Thank you for coming. Thank you. Welcome back to What Remains. This is session number 13, entitled Land's End. And yeah, last session, the group ended up making their way south down a road that they had just found to a small town called Land's End. It's in disrepair. They found a merchant in one of the houses that doesn't appear to be fully destroyed or boarded up, and others have made their way to other parts of the town to investigate other parts of the town. Namely, Hezrod and Golridir are heading towards the town square to find the tavern, and where we'll be starting, Avran was headed towards the Magiris Tower, which, according to the individual in the magic shop, had stated that the lordship or the curios of the town resided in. With that being said, the tower itself looks like it is in disrepair as well. Based on what you're able to see of it, Avran, as you get closer to it, it looks like a number of the stones have been kind of charred black, almost as if they were struck by some bolt of force, fire, or lightning. For most of the damage that you can tell, it does look like very similar to what you've seen on coastal areas where lightning strikes and storms are pretty common. There do appear to be some people milling about outside, but it does look like a small patrol of Town's Guard are actually exiting out and heading down the Whitestone Pass as you make your way up it. That said, yeah, they don't address you. They kind of keep a wide breadth of you. But there's about 5 of them in kind of grayish, silvery plate. The mark of Batavias, clearly identified on their tabards.
Do they stop Avran from walking forward?
No, they keep a good, clear distance of you. They do not try to address you.
Okay, cool. Um, yeah, Avran's gonna just go into the tower, see if he finds anyone, that looks
Okay.
leader-ish.
When you enter into the tower's foyer, you would see that there is a couple of people present inside. One immediately kind of clears the distance between you and him to get to you, stops and looks at you and says, "Who are you? You are not familiar to me. I don't believe that there was any mention that House Esmond was going to be receiving any members of the guard from Master Bjorkan. What are you doing here?"
Um, I am Avran. Uh,
Tavern.
I'm
That does not seem familiar to me. I'm sorry. Do you have business?
uh, well, I came here looking for leadership. I just arrived in town
You hear a
with
voice from across the way yell, "Beckard! Leave the man alone. He's probably just a wanderer who stumbled in." And from another portion of the kind of main foyer there, a man strides over to you. Um, this individual is a half orc in kind of loose armor. On his belt, he has a very powerful looking morning star. On his back, a very slender adamantine shield. A helmet on his head, horned. Very, very much an individual shaped by the Broken Blade Coast. And this person kind of looks to you as you see him gain close to you, and he says, "I am Master Espen. You said you were coming to see the leadership of the town.
yes.
House Reda has charged me with being the curios of this town. Well, at least the current curios of this town. Until such time my duties are met, they send a proper replacement."
I see. Well, I arrived here just now with a group of individuals. Um, right now, I believe they're going around town, probably buying things.
Ah, well, that's probably not going to be very easy, but there are a couple of shops. Thief on the northern side of town has been selling the wares stolen from the broken apart houses. We haven't stopped him yet because no one has put forth a charge against him. So what he does is technically legal.
Mm,
I believe there is some goods that can be gleaned in the town square, but not much. Most of what we have here we brought with us for purpose, and we have need of it. There are plenty of fish, though.
yes. Is there, um, around the town, I see that a lot of the houses are in disarray. What
Correct.
exactly happened?
Well, if you're not familiar with Land's End, then you aren't familiar with the nature of this part of the world. The Broken Blade Coast is separated into two main parts, at least in the eyes of House Sereda. There is the Nokian side, which is closest to the water and kept civilized, guarded, walled, defended. And then there are the marches to the west. Unfortunately, many wild things will travel from those wild lands and do horrible, foul things to the peoples close to them. Land's End is unfortunately the target of many such attack, and a number of times it's changed hands. The last house to have it, I believe, was House Daigot. Their plan to hold it was not the smartest. And fortunately, the 10 councils, or the 10 houses finally saw fit to place House Sereda here, and we will raise up a bastion to defend, as we do with all westerly towns.
I see. Well, uh, we are here, in your town if we are needed for anything.
Needed. Hmm. Well, I don't suppose you're planning on staying very long.
I believe 3 days.
Probably not long enough. I don't think my reward would be taken well by someone who was wanting to move on quickly. You see, I have some problems in the town that need sorted. Unfortunately, I have not been able to personally categorize them myself. Um, Neither is Beckard. Um, he is not terribly good with social matters, even though he is my major domo. I would like for someone to travel about the town, find out as much as they can about the issue that arose last time, because according to House Daigot, little information was passed over to us regarding the attack that caused this much damage to the town. It's my understanding that it might be a death cult. We've been having several
Hmm,
of these nuisances appear in the city itself, so it would not surprise me if they have tried to make a bastion outside of the walls of Nock.
I understand. Um,
My
I could do
reward
this.
for finding this information. I have a nice settlement just outside the walls to the north, a massive house that was formerly a tavern as well, an established place with a number of the provisions that were left behind, still within its basement dwelling.
Mm,
I would grant you the deed to it.
all right. I will talk to my party, and I will ask them if they wish to partake.
Avran, may the light of Batavias guide you in your marches.
And you.
He
Man,
nods.
a beachfront property.
Lakefront property, but yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will eventually go out and tell
Okay.
party of Housery.
We'll cut out to the tavern. Goradir, Hezrod, you, I assume, take the outside road and head that way, passing the temple and then moving into the town square, correct? No, winding or winding or going through different paths or anything.
No, like once we know where the tavern is, that's
It's
the objective.
beeline. Got it. Okay, so you'll pass a couple things that might kind of catch your eye. To the left of you, as you're kind of passing by, you'll see a couple of walled courtyards and some buildings that look like they are in disarray. One of them looks like it's being repaired at current. You would see a woman, dwarvish, just kind of commanding people, tools in her hand, and moving to kind of like assist in the construction. Looks like they're trying to get the thatch on the roof, neatly and cleanly, and it looks like they're also kind of covering it with some sort of substance that you probably are familiar with, either of you, which for what purpose I don't think either of you would know. A noble elf and a literal fish out of water.
Hezrod would,
True.
as they kind of like walk through town, be like checking out all the destruction the same way one person might admire the fall leaves.
Sure. So just kind of like, interesting.
Rolling through town, like, yes, like, oh wow, remarkable.
After
Look
that,
at that explosion.
Right?
after that, you do pass what appears to be a many-doored building with kind of an open ceiling and kind of like a conical roof. It has sun-shaped marks on it. You're not sure exactly what that is, but there's not anybody there. From what you can tell, the doors are very well sealed. And then the next place that you pass appears to be a church of Batavias. It looks like the top of the tower has been kind of broken off. It does look like the doors are open. And there are some parishioners that are kind of moving about within. And then you make your way to the town square. This small kind of section of the town, you would note, let me get this individual up here, and just pinging for those watching at home, the strange barracks walled area, strange conical building, temple, town square. You very quickly find a building that appears to have signage. It does look like the place here is called the Cracked Earth Tavern. And it's this kind of larger building off on the outside here. It looks like the top portion has experienced some damage, but it looks like it's pretty well intact compared to some of the other places. You enter into the place. It's quiet this time of day. As I said, it was like mid-afternoon when you got here. And the only individual that's really kind of present, other than like two old guys sitting at a table kind of playing some sort of like board game, is a, let's see, where is it? Which one? You would see that there is a woman behind the bar. She's wearing kind of like a yellow tunic, kind of like a blue like sash, but it appears to kind of be connected to like a cape, not a cloak, just kind of like an actual cape. She has a single gauntlet on, and kind of the elbow armor on the other arm. Very fine swords not too far from her at the bar, and she kind of, when you enter in, she kind of walks over to that sword and kind of leans over it as she looks over at you. She says, "Can I help you?"
I'm sorry, what kind of sword?
Longsword. Really nice looking, though.
Hezrod takes a second to admire the weapon and then looks at her and says, "Beer and food."
Got very little beer and very little food.
Oh, that's a damn shame.
Do you have,
This isn't gonna last 3 days at all.
It's not.
well,
Wine?
at least so far as to say, for wanderers or travelers about. But kindness and coin always can be trafficked. I can pour you a single beer, and we'll discuss if you want more what will need to be done for them. Pours one for each of you, sets them out, slides the sword kind of off of the counter, and steps back, crossing her arms.
Yeah, it's been quite a, like, how many days have we been on the road? Since we like.
2? Oh,
Okay, so how many days was it to the temple by the sea?
okay, so you've been on this side of the world traveling for about 3 days.
Okay.
Before then, it was about a day and a half to get to the temple. And then
From
you
Manus.
spent a day there because you took a long rest inside. So from Manus, the horses have been left at Manus for 5 days. If that's going to be our barometer or our calendar
I
kind of
got
marker.
you. Okay. Yeah. The new
That's
calendar
our,
starts now.
Yeah.
that's our
And-
current
We're
calendar.
at-
Is how long have the horses been alone?
And that's not counting like the possible time distortions that may have occurred when you were in the weird astral space.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Yeah, that has not even been discussed.
I've been thinking that this whole time, but didn't want to say anything. I've been thinking that the whole
Oh,
time.
fuck.
Like,
It's fine.
I hope
Okay.
the guy didn't just like
Has
skip
right-
forward like 5 weeks.
The
How's our
point is,
glory
it's been almost in the past 6 days. The only thing we've really had to drink was that one skin of wine
Yep.
and
The
that
fire water.
bottle of the Big Bang. So,
Which was like an hour's worth of buzz.
right.
If.
Good drinking.
Yeah.
So yeah, like she hands him the beer and Hezrot takes it in both hands and just starts chugging it like loudly.
Okay.
Gorodir suspiciously takes the beer, but drinks it anyway. And
You immediately recognize the draft. It appears to be a ale Guzzler Brew. So this is pretty common in Nock. You would also know, mainly Gloridir, that House Sereda is kind of known for this. This is kind of like the military brew. It's good. It'll get the job.
That's what matters.
It'll get the job done. For those of you who are beer aficionados, it's more of a stout, and it's definitely higher on the alcohol content. Like we're talking double digits, percentage-wise.
Mm.
She has her arms crossed, and as you kind of take your gulps, she says, "You just wandered in, huh?"
Pretty much. Mainly looking for beer and stop here on our way back to Nock.
She kind of looks at your holy symbol, and then looks at you. And then in Elvish, kind of recants a prayer regarding Alloane. Specifically, kind of prayer that questions the importance of the priest. She's basically asking you, do you worship, like, which cycle do you worship of Alloane?
Then I would tell her, and I have it written down. I can't say that name. The Archfey of Nature. That
Kashea
one.
Thea, the saint.
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
Archfey of Nature, right?
Yes.
She nods her head, kind of looks over at Hazrod, still in Elvish, and then turning back to Gorodir says, "And this one?"
I can't remember. It turns to Hezrod. Who is it that you worship again?
Hezrod finishes
The ale.
drinking his beer and like slams it down on the counter, and he's like looks at Goridir kind of confused, and he looks at the woman also confused. Like he doesn't understand the concept of worship. Like he's not religious at all. Like he thinks the entire thing is not like that's not how it works.
Well, you would note that
Yeah.
the Elvish was, and what about this one? Like, not so much asking like who he worships, just like,
Yeah.
what is that?
Oh.
So it's like that's,
Sorry.
That's
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Okay.
better. That's better.
I see.
Not so much like, yeah.
I see
Who do
how
you worship?
I see how
Yeah.
linguistically it could have came out that way because I
Yeah,
asked
I was
you who
like-
you worship, and then I
More
asked,
like,
what
what
about
are
that?
you?
What about
Yeah.
that?
And another cleric, so I was like,
Got it.
okay. Anyways, well, if it was mentioned like that, then
Yeah. What is that?
this is my friend Hezrod. He is from the sea.
She nods her head and says, in the common tongue, refilling your tankards, kind of pulling them down. filling them from the tap and setting them back up. She
He
says,
smiles his big, like, toothy smile and says, "Thank you."
She says,
He's like,
"Don't tell any of the militia or any of the construction workers, but any worshiper of the goddess of life is a friend here."
Oh, well, excellent. So what has happened here?
Well, we just arrived maybe a 6 day and a half ago. I came with a contingent of settlers who are planning to reestablish the town of Land's End after its odd demise. Unfortunately, the former residents weren't able to give House Rada much information regarding its destruction or the reason why the others were forced to flee. A couple of the investigators that came with us have noted that it might have been some sort of weather issue, and House Rada is planning on securing most of the buildings that are coast side to ensure that they might be able to weather the weather better in future events. But if you are interested in taking stock, I would suggest heading to either the camp outside of town or the tower in the middle of it. Either way, you should be able to find one of our current leadership, and they may be able to assist you in your questions or draft you in their intentions. And if the latter is true, she taps the top of the keg, as much as you'd like.
Kind of looks to Hezrod like,
"Now you're speaking our language."
we were meant to stay here for 3 days.
At first you had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
Oh, if you got nothing. Okay, I was going to say, Eric and Fiona were the two that were kind of left behind.
I think.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we were basically just left behind at the shop.
Sure. And again, just kind of opening it up to you. I'll go ahead and start with Gavin. Now, you had rolled on your intent to acquire a magic item from the peculiarities.
So...
Yeah, the one try is all you get.
Yeah, I figured.
Yep. And if you'd like to move on from there and investigate other parts of the town, you certainly can. If you two want to stay together in that effort, that's fine too. But where would you like to go, Gavin? Or rather, where would Eric like to go specifically?
Unless Fiona wants to stick around, I'll go try and find I'll go try to find Tavern.
Okay. And then Fiona, do you wish to go to the tower as well, or do you want to go somewhere else?
Yeah, she's definitely going to the tower.
Okay.
But she's going to quickly unload the 2 of the robes, the yellow and the green one,
Yeah.
on the shopkeeper. And let's see.
He doesn't want to buy them.
No.
Yeah, I didn't forget that he didn't want to buy them. That didn't change
Ew.
in the week that
Okay.
we've gone by. He really doesn't care about those.
She'll pull out the tapestry and see if he cares about it.
Still no.
Use
Sure, roll it
suggestion.
Like,
Um,
actually, on that note, I'll bring up do you think anyone's going to want it? Since it's just me and Fiona, you guys think anyone's going to want to keep these pipes of haunting?
I mean, I will buy them.
She kind of shrugs and she kind of looks at the man and like his very tacky outfit and turns back to Eric and says, "I'm pretty sure we can find someone who'd want it for a higher price in Knock."
Well, good luck.
Fair point. Good day to you, sir. And I'll head out the door.
To you as well. All right. Off to the tower. You would arrive at the Whitestone base. You would see the patrol that Averin encountered kind of going up it, kind of as you're kind of moving towards it. Patrol of 5 individuals, plate armor, and the markings of Batavias. Also, for you, Fiona, you would immediately recognize the house colors of House Sereda, which mark them as, you would kind of very, very specifically know that they happen to be members of what is known as the Granite Guard. The Granite Guard are members of House Sereda who basically are foundational. And what I mean by that is when a structure or fortification or new kind of hub of defense is being built by House Sereda, they are the ones who defend it.
Okay.
And they seem to be moving into the town, kind of like up north a bit from where you're passing them.
She would probably stop one of them at some point and just
Okay.
like very casually ask, are you trying to defend something right now? Are you all going out on some mission of some sort?
Excuse me, ma'am. We've actually been sent out to try and find some provisions, something that might assist us in a matter that we're having issue with. If you don't mind, you don't happen to be a spellcaster, do you?
She kind of straightens up a little bit at that and says, "Well, actually, I've been studying magic for years in Knock. I am a wizard. How could I help you?"
One of the other guards says, in a language you probably don't recognize, something. And the lead individual who kind of, or the leader of the group, from what you can tell, kind of turns to that and kind of steps forward to the guy you're talking to and kind of just pushes him out of the way, his plate kind of jingling off as he kind of steps to the side. And this new guy kind of stands in front of you, crossing his arms, and he says, what's your familiarity with ghosts?
Oh,
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
I'm not a necromancer, if that was what you were hoping for, but I am slightly familiar with the occult. Especially if it's magic related. What is your concern with these?
That didn't answer my
Okay.
question at all, he says. The whole time you were talking, you could see his face kind of just glazing. He says, your familiarity with ghosts. Have you ever encountered them?
Quick question. Are ghosts like a common magical or like occurrence in this world?
In Osiria, undead are very common. That's why they're so hated.
Oh, so he means undead. He doesn't. Okay.
He said ghosts, but he said ghosts. But I mean all ghosts, or all undead, are relatively common. Like, ghosts are a naturally occurring undead. Like, if you die and have unfinished business, you stick around, you know? And then there's different kind of types of incorporeal undead that have different reasons as to why they stick around.
She'll actually think about this for a second and go, actually, I think one of my traveling compatrons might be a ghost. So, yes.
You see them all kind of reach for their swords and kind of grip them.
Eric put them like, it's not as clear cut as that.
It's some
I
kind of
think they do
incarnation,
Eric
but
ghosts.
long story short, yes. I hate anything undead, if that is what you were looking for. And I
Well,
am familiar with killing them.
whatever plans you had a moment ago, they are canceled. You're coming with us. And you see him draw his sword and kind of put it off to the side, like in a half stance of brandishing and a half stance of like keeping at ease. And he kind of looks to you, turns, and then says something in that weird language he was speaking with the other person a moment ago. And he turns back to you and says, accompany me, please. And starts following the leader.
Before he can completely go and she'll follow, she'll just kind of say, wait. If you want a magic user, I know 2 other clerics that are getting ass-face strong right now. Do you want me to get them?
Stops, turns and looks back to you. We have a cleric of our own. They didn't work. Come. And starts continuing on.
Sounds like he needs some alternative religion.
Before she heads out, she'll say to Eric, please join me, but can you go get Avran and the others and quickly follow?
Sure. Although I'm sort of hoping he was here.
Oh, is Avran right
Eric,
here? Where is Avran?
we don't know.
Avram went to the tower, from all you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that's where we're to now.
They are heading up with Fiona in basically custody, up to the tower. Yes.
Yeah, but that's her. Eric's going to. Well, Eric's going to quickly. Excuse me, but did Paladin by chance a friend of ours Paladin of Batavias.
As
His
you're
name
kind
is
of like
Tavern.
bubbling and following behind them, you very clearly get the idea that they are very much business right now, very focused on dragging this wizard up top.
Fucking city folk, and he just falls.
Okay.
He just starts following. He's like, fucking city folk.
All right. So the two of you go up to the tower, enter in. This would be about where Avran's kind of finished that conversation because they weren't too far behind you. And you're basically like, I'll go talk to my friends. And you kind of turn, and the sunlight that's coming into the door, you see the silhouette of your friends and the 5 knights that you saw walk past you. The main knight walks directly towards the guy you were speaking to, slammed his hand on his iron plate chest with a loud kind of ring, and says, "My lord, Kyrios, we have found a magic user in the town. She appears to be in league with undead and should have capabilities that will assist us here." The Kyrios kind of looks in that direction and then kind of looks back at his knight here and says, "And then we'll try her for her issues afterwards. Is that your plan?" The Granite Knight.
Fiona awkwardly coughs and straightens up and says, I'm not in league with undead. I said I hate undead. I'm from the city of Knock, and I studied magic so I could kill them. That's what I meant.
As you start going, the Granite Knight's like slowly turning, and you can see his face is just like, "You're speaking out of turn." Like, he's so angry. And then you see the hand of the Kyrios slam onto his pauldron and kind of say, in a voice behind him, "I'll take care of this," and kind of push him aside. The half-orc starts walking towards you, takes off his helmet, places it against his chest, and kind of gives you a light bow. Based on your attire, as he puts his helmet back on, you seem to be a librarian or a study therein.
She'll nod and say, yes, of course, that's how I learned my magic, and I hope I can be of some assistance. But I'm also traveling with some friends of mine that can perhaps be of use as well. And at that, she'll like look over at Avran, and Avran, in your head, you'll hear, "Go get the drunks."
This is a matter that we need to have dealt with very carefully. It seems that our magic user has gone into a bit of a fray. A number of us believe that he is being possessed by some sort of specter or ghost, as we don't have much knowledge regarding it other than, tales therein. The 3rd floor and above seems to be his domain now. And unfortunately, that means that Gallius can do whatever he wants to the town from that high position. And we are unable to continue working on the town as we'd wish. Someone's giving me feedback. Who's doing that?
It could be me. One
All
second.
right, that's fine. No worries. I'll keep an eye out on it. But anyways, he says, so we will investigate, or we will accept, rather, your associates in any aid you have that you're willing to put forth. And do not worry about my associates' statements regarding your persecution after assisting us. I assume it was a misunderstanding.
Again, she kind of straightens up and casts a glance over towards the one who kind of wrongfully incriminated her, and say, it's an honest mistake. I understand that not everyone listens to me when I speak.
He nods.
Indeed.
Well, I'm sorry, what did you say? No, it was just too good. No, he says, well, whatever measures you wish to take forth before assisting in this matter, know that I really have nothing to grant you, but as I mentioned to your friend, he looks to Avran, if you're willing to assist with the problems of this town, my reward is simple. A mansion on the north side of town that used to house a tavern.
Fiona nods, but then kind of like thinks about it. I really don't think we require payment for helping people in need. I mean...
Well, that seems like a foolish way to live your life.
Speak for yourself.
Please
Eric's
ignore
Eric's
that.
gonna Yeah, Eric's going. I'm going like I just like very nutty nudging Fiona, and her side just whispers like, "Just take the money.
Take the house.
We will
Just
we will
take the pay,
accept.
just take it and shut up."
We will accept the reward. Allow me to go get the other two,
Yes. Do you need
and
a
we
hand
will
with the
deal
Tavern?
with it. Yes, please.
You want? And I'll head off with him.
Fiona, come along, please.
So,
If she's allowed.
what's the plan? I'm sorry. Let me make sure
Um,
I was posting a dank
oh.
meme.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go get Hezrod and Golordir,
Okay.
and then we're
And I
gonna
guess-
come back to the tower.
So, is everyone going, or
Yes,
okay?
At least me. At
we are
least
making
me and
sure
Avron.
Fiona comes with us.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, here's the thing though. Fiona will say, she'll kind of cough a little and straighten up again. Unfortunately, the one thing I will say is we have been traveling all day and night, and I will require some rest so I can be of full use.
There should be some places that you can rest. Finding a roof shouldn't be hard. Many of them are vacant. Others still have occupants.
Kind of actually frowns at that and says, honestly, giving us a house is nice, but we will accept no further payment. This is quite a sad scenario.
What do you mean a sad scenario? He says.
She kind of
Well,
He kind of says,
to be quite blunt, your town has gone to shit.
"My town has not gone to shit. It has only recently
said-
become my town."
I said the town, not your town.
Fair
Can
enough.
I just grab the both of them and drag them out?
Look, seriously, this is an opportunity for House Sereda. House Daigot failed in protecting the people of this town. I grant you, that is a sad affair. But House Sereda is not as foolish. We are responsible for the power of Sifard's Pass. We are responsible for the strength of the number of forts that have maintained the defense of Nock for generations. House Sereda will not fail in this regard. We will defend the town. If you help.
Fiona actually bows, like halfway through her speech. She like bows her head and says, please forgive me, that's not what I meant. What I meant was it's sad that all these people are living in fear. I haven't seen a single person other than the guardsmen, and that's
Oh, no,
quite
no.
upsetting.
It's probably not fear. Kind of looks to
More-
the side. Preparedness.
Yeah.
Again, she's like, that's not any better. They should be living their lives and enjoying the sunshine and, I don't know, doing people things, but this is quite sad.
Yeah, and visiting the, butcher just down the road whose house was caved in by lightning. Yeah, I understand, but now is not the time for joyful walks through the promenade, milady. It is time for rebuilding, which is also important. And he kind of, holds his hands up and he says, I hope that you are more capable in the ways of magic arts than it seems you are in the way of stowing empathy. I feel like you're overdoing it.
In his head, he hears, trust me, I am more than capable. And then she turns around to go find a room.
You see him kind of nod his head. Almost like kind of respectfully as you kind of turn and head out that way. But yeah, you three are heading towards the tavern together, or Fiona, are you splitting off to kind of find a place to...
I'm assuming the tavern would have rooms. That's
Yeah.
kind of her guess. So she's heading off that way.
Okay. Hazron and Golordir, you well before that time will have finished your second cup. What would you do after? You would be introduced by Blair, or introduced to Blair Warridge. You would know her name by now.
He finishes his second beer and slams it down on the bar and smacks his lips and says, "Thank you, it is delicious."
Unfortunately, that's all I can serve you.
He frowns deeply.
Just the two?
Yeah. We have a number of kegs in the back, but there are a number of soldiers and construction workers here that are ready to do the work of House Sereda here, so...
Well, you should definitely feed
I'm
them.
I'm certain they would not mind extra hands, especially capable ones.
Well, what is it that we can help you all with exactly?
I'm not the one who'd be able to answer that question directly, but I do know that, let's Let me think about it. She kind of nods her head. I know that for a time there was a bit of an issue north of here, just outside of town. A little patch of old stone called the Gates. There was said to have been a subterranean dwelling therein.
What is old stone?
Stone that was left here by past builders. We call the remnants of the structures that were built of stone and structure old stone.
Well, maybe we can help with that. What do you think? Round up the rest and
Hezrod shrugs and says, "If there is more beer and food."
Plenty of beer.
He like nods enthusiastically.
well, let's go find them then, see if we can help and see about that beer.
Of course. I will do some inquiring to see if there are any other folks who are interested in receiving some help. But to my knowledge, that's the only thing I can think of is the Gates.
Great. Well, let's see with them. Maybe they've also found something that we can do to help, and we'll get back to you shortly.
Okay, roll D100.
Oh God.
Not the D100.
Golradir, you're a married
Roll
man.
low? Oh, that's very low. That's
Okay.
good.
As fate would have it, you do run into the trio as the two of you head towards the main house of House Esben. You connect on the road, managed to meet up. You didn't split off and go different ways. You kind of ended up going the same direction.
That would have been funny. Wild goose chase.
Yeah, you two pass each other. That's
You just
yeah.
gotta go ding,
Scooby-Doo
ding, ding.
montage.
It was a lot more likely than the situation that did happen. If you'd rolled anything higher than a 15, it would have.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, Benny Hill music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You run into each other.
So as they're walking through the streets, Hezrod is once again admiring the destruction. But also, what is the weather like?
It's just like kind of slightly windy, sunny.
Mm.
Which way is north on this map?
I would assume it's up.
Up here.
I was thinking here.
That's west, right? That's where we came from.
You know what
Here's
this map
where we
means?
came from.
A compass rose.
And guess what's down in the bottom
Oh
of the
yes,
corner?
that's right. I see
Also-
now.
Also, I just always assume up
Compass.
is dead north.
It's not always the
usually
case.
safe, but it's usually a
Okay.
safe bet.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Usually.
More often than not.
Yeah.
So just go straight north. Like,
Uh-huh.
Gotcha.
Well, anyways, as we see him, shadow.
And
So, you two nice and drunk yet?
No, there were only 2 beers.
Oh, how unfortunate.
Well, do we have a proposition for you?
Oh,
Doesn't
you found work
involve-
too.
Yeah,
Money.
yeah.
Yes.
No,
Fiona,
no,
like,
Hezrod is not money. It's a house.
Don't
With
forget about the house.
alcohol.
No one cares about the house. These people are in danger. There's a mage on the loose that's wreaking havoc. That's why there's so much destruction, and it's our duty to help them.
Well,
Forget
I don't
about the
know
house.
A
Do you
vacation
want-
home would be really nice. It's by
Do you
this
two
lake.
want the limitless supply of alcohol in said house?
Yes, we can also get alcohol from this nice lady in the bar.
Hezrod,
His-
that's
Hezrod's
called a
eyes
brewery.
go big. His eyes just go like huge.
What? I know it's like, okay, Hezrod, that's called a brewery where you can make your own booze.
You can make it.
Yes. Yes.
You can also make wine.
You can make booze.
Yep.
If you own it and turn it to brew, you can make all the booze you want.
Alright, we have to go back to the tower because they were heading up
Yes.
Right,
to the
but
top of the
not-
tower.
But not right yet. We're all very exhausted, aren't we? And Fiona like kind of nods and like looks Like she gestures to the open wound still on her leg.
Didn't
Well,
we
we
rest?
can.
I think
No.
we did rest. Like
Mhm.
we rested before we came into town.
Did we?
Oh,
Yeah.
unsafe. It was
Unsafe.
an unsafe.
Oh wait,
lock.
no, you're right. You're right. That was unsafe. So we
Oh.
haven't actually taken a long rest,
Mm-hmm.
No,
even
but
though
we
I
have
have
healed
actually.
up, but haven't restored resources.
I have not healed up.
Eh,
Fiona
I mean,
is still
I leveled up
openly
and
bleeding.
I
Oh,
filled up
Jesus.
everything.
Wait, what?
She's not healed up. She's still
Yeah,
bleeding.
from
So she's like,
the horse guy.
So we would need
No,
to.
from
Actually-
before that.
from before.
Oh, that
somewhat-
too.
well, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we were already like, okay, never mind. We're good. Anyways,
Noticing this, second level cure. Take fall, Fiona, because as Eric lays a hand on his shoulder and casts a second level, pitiful second level cure wounds on you.
That's why you kind
Poor
of see as like one of her paper cuts heals up.
Yeah, it's like he's just like,
Oh,
oh, my wife
paper
is so much
cut.
better at this. It's like, oh, she's like,
Oh,
my wife is so much better at this. Anyways, I say we at least do some minor investigation of it before we. I think we can do at least some minor bit of investigation.
wait, what are you investigating?
The tower and the disturbance that they want us to they want our help us with.
Oh, so there's something in the tower too.
Well, that's where the
Thing
maid
is,
hides.
yeah, one of their mages possessed by something.
Oh, possession.
Yes.
He's possessed.
Well, after that, how about we go check out some, what did she say, old rocks? Looks to Ezra.
Old stone.
Ah, yes, old stone. Not sure what's going on there, but she did promise us free beer. Well, more beer. I think, don't we still have to pay for it?
That sounds like it. Yeah, if he just said more bear, that sounds congratulations, you earned the opportunity to spend more money.
I mean, we're
Wearing
fine
the
with
word
that.
Oh,
old
I don't know.
stone.
I don't know if she was giving Golradir the googly eyes. You can
Sorry,
work that
ladies,
angle.
I'm taken.
What was it?
Free,
Is it
free
old stone
drinks
or
for
gold stone?
Golradir.
I think she said Old Stone.
Old stone.
Old stone,
Can Fiona
yeah.
roll history on old stone?
So you would know if you're trained in history, you would know Old Stone is a term used by House Sereda. It's referential to old fortifications that have been broken down and that are basically left out in the open. Also known to others as ruins.
Oh, okay. Fiona's eyes kind of light up. She's like,
Okay.
well, I mean, I wouldn't be against checking those out before we go to the temple, actually. Just to, understand the lay of the land a little bit better.
Oh, you want to go to
Yeah.
ruins before resting up?
She kind of looks. She gestures towards Eric. Well, he did heal me, so I'm feeling much better now. If we want to go to the.
I just look at him and was like, oh, don't you dare, don't you.
Well, seeing as
But he's
how
also
you're
laughing. He's
fine
like,
enough
you.
to go check out the old stone, I believe you're fine enough to go up the Mage's Tower.
She kind of winces at that, and
Come along.
I promise we can go after.
She kind
Well,
of.
I would like to. I think it'd be good to at least get a proper rest so we can regain our resources. Because I'm physically well, but spiritually not so much.
Oh, quick note. Just in case,
RP talk for I had like no spell slots.
just in case you're not familiar, Josie, this is one of your first warlocks. You said, right, or no? Am I wrong in that? Yeah.
Yeah.
You regain your spell
Oh,
slots
yeah.
after a short rest. So
Yeah. So actually, she's
You're ready to
she's
go.
debating. She is ready to go, but like on principle, she doesn't want to fight this horrific possessed person right now.
sure.
So she just kind of looks at Eric and like still gestures to one of her other wounds and says, honestly, I think if we are going to check out the tower, it should just be those of us who are light-footed. And she looks at Ezra and Avran, actually.
Hezrod is practically wearing like
So-
scuba flippers.
Eric had any. Do we want to? Do we? No, we don't want to. Do we want to send them, Avern, and do we want to send you two to the ruins by yourselves and three of us go check out the tower? Do we think that's a good idea?
No, absolutely not.
It's a
No.
horrible idea.
Splitting the
Terrible
party is a
idea.
terrible idea. It never
No.
works out. We've
Especially since,
seen
like,
that firsthand.
the two clerics going off on their own. I mean, I know, granted, one is
No,
a
it'd
distraction.
be
and one is...
it'd be a cleric purely for investigation, but knowing luck, you two probably find the fight that we'd all should be there for.
Okay, so
Brief
Fiona
thought.
kind of-
Brief bad thought.
Fiona kind of addresses the party and like with like again kind of straightens up and puts on a lot of vibrato and says, "Listen, everyone. If we go to the ruins now, the two of you can get all of your beer and accolades from the beer people, and then we can rest up and defeat the wizard tomorrow. I think it's a great idea."
Even Hezrod is like, what is she talking about? He's
Yeah,
looking at her
like,
like so confused, like accolades,
what is beer-
beer people? Like, what do these words mean?
We know the word beer and people, but it's separate.
yeah, yeah.
Like you put
If
them
you
together.
don't beer,
and
I
I'm
don't
lost.
people
people,
get turned
but-
into beers?
It's like beer plus people equals question mark.
yeah.
Oh no.
So, what are we doing?
I don't know. Are we resting? And
I
just
think that's
Everyone,
the decision
everyone
maker.
wants
He's
to
like-
go into the tower.
Okay.
right now?
Realistically,
These
the tower is a
conditions?
death trap. I think the tower
Wait.
is a death trap, but I think that the ruins we might be able to like.
I think
So-
the
Oh, no,
ruins
that's-
are a death trap, knowing our record with ruins.
Yeah.
I've-
In true record form, the tower would be just kind of like the Tower of Terror, but the ruins would end up being the actual Terror Tower.
Yeah.
Very true. Indeed.
I mean,
Our record
Well-
states, as it stands right now, our record is 0 for 3 when it comes to
Okay, wait.
Wait.
ruins.
Oh.
Maybe instead of doing like spy work, the work we can do right now is like reconnaissance in the sense that we can talk to
Well,
all the guards
yeah.
people and like figure out like if they know exactly where he is in the tower, like if there are any other exits or something, you know, like
No,
I
what
mean-
is
Third
what is
Oh
the
yeah, that's
tower?
all thing. Just do investigation work. Which
Yeah.
What is the tower problem? Like,
There is
There's
a
a ma-
mage being
he's
possessed.
been possessed.
at the top of the tower, causing problems for the town.
so there's a
Yes.
mage in this tower.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the middle
Okay.
tower, yeah.
And I think he's the
So-
one blowing everyone up with lightning and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so mage at the top of the tower, possibly possessed.
By a ghost.
By a
Possessed by a
ghosty.
ghost. Now, who's the mage? Was the mage a bad guy, or was he like?
No,
a
he's
friend,
one
or-
of their officers.
Okay,
and
so he's a good
lieutenants.
guy. Good guy mage.
Yeah.
Good guy mage needs to be saved from a ghostly possession.
Mhm.
Yes.
Any idea how long he's been up here at the top of the tower? How long this has been a problem?
No clue.
Okay.
We haven't really discussed that yet because
We
But
came to
okay,
get you
That
to.
We came to
seems
get
like
you.
the most straightforward way. Like that does not seem like the kind of loose end Hezrod would want to leave lying around. He's like, you mean to tell me there's a guy up there shooting lightning and nobody's doing anything about it?
Yes.
because they can't.
Exactly. That's why Fiona's
Hezrod
like,
at
"You're
least-
supposed to do this."
Well,
We should
Hezrod's like,
just
I would
do
at least like to talk to him.
Like,
like,
Maybe have
exactly.
a talk
trade
shop.
Yeah,
Like, hey,
trade
like, what's your-
secrets.
What's your favorite flavor of lightning bolt?
Which one does the most
The
destruction?
death kind.
You like the lime green or the blue raspberry?
So it sounds like we're steering towards going to the tower
It
I think
seems
that's
like
the
For
most logical
recon-
step.
for reconnaissance, not combat. At least that's
I mean-
the plan. That's plan
Okay.
A. By the time we
Okay.
walk there, we'll be on plan C.
Okay. So you go back to the tower, right?
Indeed.
Okay. So you arrive there, and you had entered into the first floor of that place, as we had discussed. The individuals that were in it do appear to have been leaving it, and so by the time you get up to the white stone path, you would note that they are at the base of it. The people that you saw within. You would see that the lordship, the Curios, kind of looks to you and says, well, it doesn't typically make for a good attempt during the day. There's not much daylight left, but I also wouldn't suggest going up there at night either. Be wary. It does seem that no one has been able to secure the third floor without him engaging that individual. One individual was turned into a pile of goo. So I would be mindful and be wary, and well, may Batavias' light shine on you, which
And you, my brother.
I hope you the best of luck. Bear with me here for a second. I just need to do a thing. And then I think I can put you onto a map.
It's a map.
But I need to change the music too.
Man, it'd be nice if we had a wizard of our own.
We do. We have one.
We
But I
we
can tell
have
you how
a
I can
wizard.
tell you how this fight's gonna go.
Oh
She
my
can
God.
cast exactly 3 spells.
Ooh, thank
So
you.
she's like a level 1/2 wizard.
You guys are so horrible. Leave her alone, guys.
Oh,
Listen.
you say that now, but eventually she's gonna be, and we're gonna be like, holy shit, wizards are warlocks are awesome.
She's either a level 1/2 wizard or a level 2 something else. Ranger.
All right. So you enter back into the tower, and again, as I described it, it's a pretty open foyer, the entryway. Looking at it a bit more in depth at this point, you would notice that there is a long table kind of set out in the middle of the room. The pathway that you kind of enter into, you can see that there is another passage that leads out of the place on the side of the entryway. Based on what you've seen of the exterior of the tower, you would note there's probably more rooms, behind from whence the individuals came, and there is a stairwell in the northwestern corner that you believe will ascend upwards into the tower proper. And I am placing tokens as we speak. And
So this is Chad speaking and not Hezrod.
okay.
If
Sounds
we're
the
gonna
same.
proceed forward, I suggest we have people up front looking for traps, both mundane and magical.
That would. Shit, wait, those would be investigations, wouldn't they?
You've already been in the
I'm out.
you've already been in the foyer before. There were no traps, and there were people moving around in the first floor that didn't seem to have issue moving around
Yeah.
freely. Take that as you will.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that once we can, my very first question would be start asking like, how far up has been secured? And
They said the third floor.
that's what I thought. Okay,
Or,
so
the third floor is the floor that is being held by the mage.
okay, so the first and second floor are presumably clear. It's the third floor where we can start having problems.
Correct.
Right. So I think Fiona will just kind of point towards each kind of hallway divergence and say, all right, let's just try to find the simplest path up to the third floor. So when we come back tomorrow morning, we can just go for it and not trip or anything. Or encounter traps. And she'll look at Goller Deer at that and say, do you want to come with me?
Sure. Sure, I could find something.
Just like from entering, naturally, where would we assume a hallway, like a stairwell, would be? This way, maybe?
Yeah.
Or okay.
Hmm.
So she'll kind of point that way and start making her way over there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get in here.
Okay.
She will kind of actually, Fiona will pause for a second. And she will cast a spell.
Okay. What do you cast?
Armor.
Okay. You see a kind of bluish aura appear around. Fiona, you've seen this before. When you fought the Neo guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's a hall kind of to the eastern side of you. There's a door directly in front of you. No one has seen anybody come out of that door, mind you. And there is a passageway that leads to a stairwell up to the top left. Which way are you going?
I think we said this way, right?
We're going up the stairs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
To the
Yeah, 'cause
stairway.
It's a
That's
five.
just the second.
It's a 5 foot wide passageway. Who's going first?
Fiona would gesture for Golordir to take the lead.
He would do that.
Okay.
While looking for traps and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess either Hezrod or Avran next. Probably Hezrod. Can't let my drinking buddy go up there alone.
All right. So the clerics will make their way up. That position is off. That position is sound. So as you make your way up the very narrow stairwell, Gorier, you would notice it's built in the swordsman style. It's basically meant to basically force kind of a detriment for those that would be ascending versus those that would be descending. And I actually think the map is skewed wrong in its directionality, but imagine it's the other way. That said, it looks like it leads to an open hallway just beyond. There does appear to be a glass window in the wall to the right, and you would note that it's kind of a leaden glass, but it looks like it's been sectioned in panels to kind of form an Batavian cross. It's not stained glass; it just happens to have like panels that form that cross.
Yeah.
Looking down the hallway, you would note you are looking out into the open air on the opposite side. It looks like the tower's end has basically been broken off at that far corner.
Okay.
This would be the third floor in actuality. You would pass the second floor, and the second floor is pretty much just a very wide open space that's absolutely not even necessary. Just ignore it for purposes. But yeah, moving on to this floor, which is the important one. Door on your right, door just beyond that on the right, door on the left. Looks like there was a door on the left beyond that, but it looks like that door is broken open. And the door itself is missing. And a part of the ceiling that would be attached to that like far end of that door is also missing.
Let's see. Can I hear anything coming from this room at all, or just?
No. Not really, no.
Okay.
Let's see. It is basically as quiet as a library.
Okay.
Still as a grave.
Then I'll progress down a bit.
Okay.
Still, absolutely still and everything.
All right. Are you trying to be quiet?
Yeah.
Make a stealth check.
Okay.
As Golordir moves up, I'm gonna move up as well.
Okay.
7.
All right. And Hezrod, go ahead and make a stealth check as well.
-5.
I got a 3.
All right. You hear a huh come from the open door. It seems like there's someone inside of that room who said, huh? As the floor kind of creaks under your weight, the wooden floor. Fiona, you're going up after them, is that right?
Yes.
So you'd be...
Raise his axe.
Oh god. She's gonna cast stealth. Or not cast, sorry. Roll stealth.
You don't need to roll. You don't need to roll anything. It's already failed.
Yeah, we
can't
already messed
cast
it up.
stealth.
She
I
sees
think-
them both. And kind of like
But as you're
oh god.
casting non-existent spells, and the others,
Casting stealth, also known as
the others are
pestilence.
hearing the voice come from that far end, which was a huh sound. Back down on the base floor, Gavin, it looks like Eric was moving to the right side of the passage here. You would see
Yeah.
that there appears to be 2 doors that have been kind of broken open. You weren't here at the initial onset when the Lord came out, but yeah, if he were to have, it must have been from one of these 2 areas here. Passage on the right, or portal door on the right, and also one on the left.
Okay. even though this is the first one is pretty sure is safe, he's gonna pull out his. Somehow I've been carrying a staff this whole time that I keep forgetting that I have.
Okay.
But he's gonna pull his staff and just like keeping it in front of him, and just checking the floor, making sure you don't accidentally set up any traps on top of himself.
Sure. That's fine.
But he's just doing that the whole way and just like walking forward.
Okay. So making a tapping sound and kind of moving forward a bit. Okay. That's
Yeah.
fine. And Apprender, you're making your way up, right?
And there's nothing
Yes.
special.
Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and cut to the action of Goradir. There's a door directly north of you. Hezron, there's a door directly south of you. As you hear the sound, you'll notice that the doors are not locked or braced. They're just kind of sitting in their frames on their hinges. So, basically, click. What would you like to do? Starting with you, Elizabeth. So whatever your response is will determine what will happen next. So just
yeah, no, I know.
jump decision. Don't overthink it. Don't try and do overcomplicated things. Just
Yeah. Probably try and like back up, but not like immediately thinking, oh, let me go into this unknown room that I haven't opened.
okay, Hezron.
I guess as Goradir backs up, he backs into the door next to him and pulls Goradir in with him.
Okay. Go ahead and make a strength athletics check. I assume Goradir will, be willing, but I'm gonna set a base DC for. Okay, that's more than enough. The door shutters open, and again, just based on your stealth rolls, it definitely leaves kind of a loud sound as it opens.
And then as he pulls him into the room, he's going to shut the door.
Okay. It kind of falls to its position. Like, if you push it open, it would actually bob out the other way. So you kind of pull Goradir in, and the door kind of settles into its position. Inside of the room that you're in, there are 3 large bookshelves lined with all sorts of musty scrolls, journals, books, and the like. Some of them have Elvish script on their spines. Some of them have other scripts that you're not familiar with. It definitely looks like a compilation of works. You'd also notice that in the center of the room is a very massive statue. It appears that the statue in question is formed in the kind of shape of a fighting man, which, out of character note, fighting men wasn't a term related to men specifically, more mankind. And it's relative to individuals who would serve the Elvish people during the War of Sword and Serpent and become like knights and learn the master the sword of Elvish study. Humans that would do that, that's what the statue looks like.
Well, I can read these books if we get trapped in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't checked to see if the door is like not stuck or something. So
That's fine. Yeah, the door will easily be. There's no way to bar it or close it or seal it. So
I
other than
got you.
standing in the way,
Like
it's literally
hanging
just
in
like a push door.
Yeah.
I mean, you can stand in the
Oh,
way, Hezrod. You are definitely a doorstop. If
Yeah.
anything else. But yeah, if you want to hold there, that's fine.
That's actually not such a bad idea. Like after pulling them in,
Fiona?
Hezron kind of placed himself in front of the door.
You hear creak, huh? And then you kind of see Hezron and Gordier tumble into the door directly in front of you. In response to that, what would you like to do? The stairwell that you're on continues upwards, by the way.
Where did I hear the initial like huh from? It's like a door right across from me.
I just pinged out that kind of direction.
Oh, okay.
Down that hallway.
Okay. Well, she would definitely like proceed forward.
Going upwards?
Yes, but this time she's gonna like really attempt to be as stealthy as possible.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Stealth.
Man, we're just on it today.
You can
Oh,
hear
we're
you can
so
hear yourself
filthy.
going up the steps. Like there's like a claps of boot on stone as you kind of make your way up the stairs. Um, and yeah, Avran, you would come up behind unaware of any of this, based on your passive perception.
Yes.
You would see Fiona continuing up the stairs, a ways ahead of you, and you'd see the door in front of you kind of wobbling, kind of like as if it would just breached or closed. Then you would hear kind of light footfall a distance away down a hallway.
Hmm. All right. Avron will walk forward.
Okay.
And he'll just be like,
When you
"Hello."
turn the corner and look down the hallway, you see pause, a form, and we will cut from you real quick back down to the first floor. Eric, as
Oh
you kind of
no.
tap the floor and kind of move up, you would see that the room that you kind of
Okay.
move towards and look into appears to be servants' quarters, and it looks like a portion of the roof has actually descended onto a number of the beds and structures therein. You can also see that there appear to be bones underneath that look like they were present when this happened. The bones are old, so your presumption is that they've been here for at least a month or more. But there's still a lingering amount of kind of like flesh remnant present.
Okay.
They've been here for a while, but not for like ancient times.
Yeah, I've been here for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Recent. They're recent.
Right. It does look like
On the scale of what we call old.
it does look like there would be kind of like possibly some, means or some necessity for investigation or maybe checking the bodies that you can see to like determine a bit about what they are or what happened there. There's also a passage, like a side like chamber in that room that you can see the door broken off of, and a bit of the sky kind of shining in from the broken ceiling above you. There's also the door on the other side. Which of those two would you like to move towards?
Gonna keep moving ahead up to here,
Okay.
and I guess just step inside this room and see what happens. Tippity
Okay.
tappity tip.
I'd like for you to make a perception check, and I'd like for Avran to make the same perception check.
19.
You are absolutely 100% aware that you can no longer hear Avran moving, which is not something that you would have expected. Like the second he ascended up into the stairs, you no longer are able to hear him, which makes you understand that if something were to happen on the floor above you, you may not be able to hear it.
And that's as soon as I.
Jonah,
Is that a?
that would be at about that moment. You're not going to get to react to that yet. Jonah, as you
No,
kind of
just-
see the figure. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead, Gavin. Go ahead.
No, I basically got. I was. Is it entering the room or is it a time thing?
Yeah, you'd basically
Sure,
be kind of
whatever.
like moving into that room, and the second you're doing so, that's when you kind of figure that. I'll explain the room real quick. It's not going to be something that's terribly necessary to do, but I was going to do it as you were turning away from it. It is a kitchen. It appears to be well stocked, and it looks like this is probably the only operating room on the tower. Looks like they were using it. That said, to Jonah, Avran is also aware of the fact that he can no longer hear the stick tapping that he was hearing before. It's almost as if there's like a buffer between the two floors. And as you kind of come around and look to see this individual across from you, the individual in question looks like this. Appears to be a fawn creature, which some of you might be familiar with fawns or satyrs. Two different things, really, even statistically. Wielding a rod with robes, a strange kind of green band on an orange kind of overcloak, with a white and black banded serpent running the length of that green band. Eyes are kind of vacant, but still like a bright auburn color. And this fawn kind of looks to you with like a look that's at first curious, and then kind of snaps to kind of more of a annoyed look. And I'm going to get a token for that in a second. Maybe. Oh, yeah. This guy. And when he sees you, it looks like he is raising the rod to prepare to fight you. So I'm going to have you roll initiative since we're basically, it's a quick draw situation.
Okay.
I would also like for everyone who is not present in this fight to roll initiative as well, so that we can track the situation accordingly. And I will change the music.
I got a 17.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Oh, got a big old foe.
Oh no, that's a nat 1
The
4.
I love it. The guy with the highest dex like always goes last. They rolls are that shitty.
That's not good. That
No.
Pokemon?
No. Baby cat, you're not allowed up here. You know that. Bad.
The void wants
No.
cuddles.
Kitty good. Kitty
No,
good.
Kitty, no good. He bad.
Kitty's very stinky.
He's-
I would know.
Bad, no goody.
Void kitty wants cuddles.
He's not even been good, not even one time, never one time in his whole life.
But it's okay though, cause cute.
No,
He's like,
he
it's
right.
okay
He,
because he kitty.
he right.
He
He
cute
right.
and he cute and he catch the red light of doom.
Ah, he caught it.
He got it.
Okay, so raising the strange rod staff. It's kind of in between. It's not a quarterstaff. It's not a rod. It's close to like the middle ground for that.
Like a cane?
Yeah, I would say about right.
Okay.
It's a good enough fight music, I suppose. And his initiative isn't on the board for some reason. Hold on.
Aha, he goes dead last.
It's not
He
on the
doesn't
board.
even get
Ooh.
initiative.
That did not sound happy.
She said, "Your joke was lame."
Yeah, I concede.
Why did it roll out in the open? Interesting.
Haha, we know his initiative now.
Yeah, you sure
That
do.
is-
You would have found it
That
out
is
anyway.
so.
But
That is so important for like the first turn.
that's super strange. Why is it not rolling quiet?
You gotta set
I know
it
how to set it. I know that.
okay, alright, God. Just saying.
Ladies, you're both pretty.
Hey,
Thanks.
hey, Evan, don't go back talking your god. Actually, no, the DM is stronger than the god. The DM controls the gods.
Octavius,
I mean,
forgive
that's
me.
true.
Okay. If I know not what I do. Oh, let's see if the staff will throw
I
out
love
in the
thing was
open
like the
again.
DM is the most powerful player because he controls the gods.
That's
He's the programmer.
That's gonna make me mad. Like, always whisper rolls.
Wow.
Close.
Octavius, I'm so sorry.
So
Thank
I
we
am
know
not-
we.
Thank you. Jeez Louise. Okay, great. So, Averin, you're first. You see the mage before you. Looks like they are prepared to raise their staff or their cane in an effort against you. What would you like to do?
My first question is, behind him, is that just a part
Empty
of the
space.
floor?
Oh, that's yeah. It's a balcony. It looks like scaffolding that's been constructed out there for construction purposes.
Okay, so that works with what I'm about to do. It may be stupid, but who knows? Can I bum rush him?
Mhm.
And with the momentum of me moving 30 feet towards him, could I, tackle him out?
Go ahead and make an athletics check, and we shall see.
Okay.
I like what you're going for here.
All right. Athletics. 17.
Okay. All right. So, based on rolls, you rush towards him and you kind of like spear at him to try and kind of dive, catch him, and slam him into the wood. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He simply steps aside.
God damn it.
For intents and purposes, because I was going to give you an extra 5 feet if you did hit him. You do
Okay.
land prone in that position.
Okay. That's fair.
You still have your action, so you can dash to stand up, or you could, lay there. You still have him in range. There's a post between the two of you, so you are technically prone. You'd be attacking at disadvantage, and he'd have a benefit of cover between you and him.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, I'll go for his ankles.
Okay.
I'll go for his ankles.
You're trying to grab his ankles?
No. Can I pull out my greatsword from this?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're basically lying down. You draw it out to the side and swing up over your body. Yeah.
Yes. I'm using the tooth of the many-handed one.
Sure.
And then at disadvantage,
Okay.
two
Yeah,
23s.
both hit. So
And I'm going to drop a Divine Smite.
okay.
Is he on? Okay? Will he be affected by?
He is not undead. He is not. He is not technically undead, nor is he a demon or fiend.
Is he
or-
being possessed?
Maybe.
If he is, he'll be affected by the extra D8. If not, just straight up 3D8.
It should just be because you cast it at second. You did it at second level.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
dumped the second level.
Based on the wording of this specific thing that I'm not going to try and delve too much into, I just need the 3d8. Okay, great.
Okay, just
So
3D8. Yeah,
27.
gotcha.
So for narrative purposes, you slash straight out in front of you. As I mentioned, there's kind of a beam in between you, not holding too much above you, but you slash it out and cleanly cut into his kind of hooved ankle, and you watch as it kind of crumples underneath him, and he kind of drops to his knee, like screaming out, "Ah!" as you kind of cut him. He's bleeding all over the floor, very, very much in pain and agony. Upon that happening, it'll go to Golrier. You hear, because you are in the same hallway, you're surprised right now, so you're not actually going to get to take an action. You were bum rushed into a room, you're waiting for it, you
Yep.
hear some noises, a fight starts. So you won't get to fight yet, but
Right.
you hear all that, you're surprised. We're moving on to Fiona. You hear none of that. And you are...
Can I use my free action to talk to him?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be like, after swinging on him, I'm just gonna be like, put down your weapon and give up!
Okay.
That's it.
Fiona, hearing none of that, what would you like to do? Just operate in turn sequence as if you were moving in a combat, but you are not in a fight.
Okay, cool. And I can't hear like any peep or creak or
Nope.
none of that. Okay. Well, I'm on the
You're on the 4th floor, actually.
fourth floor. Oh, if I'm on the 4th floor, I'm gonna descend down a level because I know he's supposed to be on the 3rd floor.
You would start hearing screaming, Avren yelling things, there's cursing.
Okay.
And that'll pause out your turn. You're now surprised.
Oh, I was just gonna say, could I use an action this round or no?
No. Because you're not aware a fight was happening, so you're kind of situating yourself for a fight now.
No. I mean, could I use something that like would get me back a spell slot, something like that, or no?
No.
Okay.
Fiona done. It goes to the spellcaster. Okay, well, this is what we have to do, I guess. Go ahead and make me a. Bear with me here. Looking for the saving throw.
A life-saving throw. No.
I don't
Just
have one of
automatically.
those. Don't have a life-saving throw, I'm sorry.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. Ooh, alright. I'm actually pretty good at those. 22.
You see him kind of raise his hand up and kind of like point it down at you and yell something kind of baneful at you. You feel like this weird kind of change kind of surround you, and then it kind of stops, and then he kind of you, like it annoyed that it didn't happen to do the thing he wanted it to do.
Yeah.
You notice as that happens, this kind of shift in the coloration around him. Like the air kind of changes at that, and he steps back away from you, which would provoke an opportunity attack. You do have disadvantage for the attack, though.
Yeah, I'm still on the ground. I'll take it. Fuck
Okay.
it. Take it.
That's gonna miss.
15?
Yeah, that'll miss.
Okay.
And as he kind of steps back, you see him kind of like place his hand, still bleeding, kind of trailing after him, place his hand on the statue. The second he does so, the statue kind of turns its head and raises its spear up in a kind of martial posture.
Oh, shit. Ooh.
All right.
Get animated.
It doesn't look like he cast anything to do that. It looks like it just
Yeah, you just touched it, and then it became like it started moving.
It's turned its head towards you. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
It hasn't operated yet. I would say the best way to describe it narratively would be is like the old Jason and the Argonauts, like stop motion like animation.
Yeah.
The I think it's Shiva, the destruction, like with like that slow kind of move kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what we're looking at here, except spear
gotcha.
and shield. Those movies are great. Hezrod, you're up. Oh, sorry, surprise round. Eric, this would also be the moment as you're kind of looking at the kitchen and scanning it. Surprise round. You basically realize there is a fight going upstairs. As I did.
Chad, you're muted, by the way.
Doesn't matter. He's surprised.
Yeah,
Well,
sorry.
I had questions.
I have no answers for you because you're surprised and I'm moving past you.
Okay.
What do you got?
Well, I was just gonna. Does Hezrod know that Avran walked past the door? That
No.
Avran's upstairs now?
Not at all.
Okay.
You hear a fight happening, and you can presume it's Avran because he's usually the
Yeah.
one getting you into shit.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay.
Okay.
Also,
That's
Hezrod's like,
not
hey,
fair.
hey, wait for me.
Okay,
Wait for
I'll
me.
allow that. That's flavorful as fuck. Hell, I'll give you inspiration. That's fucking great.
He said, wait for me. I want to hit you too.
Eric,
Wait,
as I did
so-
with Fiona, I'm going to allow you a movement. You can go ahead and take one move towards wherever you want to go if you are wanting to go and engage in a fight. Because you
Well,
know that one might be possible.
Okay.
You don't know it's there yet, but you know there might be one.
Okay. So I'm still in the situation of I can't hear shit upstairs.
But you know you
And
can't hear
I'll-
shit, which means that's a problem.
Yeah. So I'll start backtracking and start heading up to regroup.
Go ahead and move yourself, and we'll move up back to the top of the initiative. Avran, you're up.
All right. Avran will spend half his movement getting up,
Mm-hmm.
and then he will pursue the satyr. Satyr?
It's a fawn, actually.
Fawn.
But
Okay. And then he'll look at him and be like, "Are you going to stop?"
yeah. He laughs back in your face.
All right. I'm gonna attempt to hit him twice.
You have disadvantage on the first attack, and before you make it, the thing will hit you.
I'll take it.
Not really a choice in the matter.
True. Okay. Let me do the thing.
24 to hit. Before
Yeah,
you
that hits.
before you swing, I get to hit you. Yeah,
Yeah,
take
yeah.
28 points of damage, and you're pushed 10 feet back,
Oh man.
which will put you here. Literally pushed back against the railing of the scaffolding and kind of slammed into it.
All right. You said 28.
Yeah,
Okay.
it hit like a dump truck.
28. All right. Well, shit. All right. I don't think I have enough movement. I think I have 5 feet of movement. That's it.
Mhm.
Shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
you would? Oh, I had to move. Never mind.
Yeah. So I'll move back here, and I will. I had magic. I know I had range magic somewhere.
That doesn't sound like a paladin.
Wait,
Well,
paladin that
today
uses
it
range?
is. I will use flash lamps.
Okay. Oh yeah, you do have that. I made that.
You did. That's a 21 to hit on the first.
Yeah, it shouldn't have a con saving throw.
I don't know why it does. Why does it have that?
Yeah, and it shouldn't be doing 3d8 damage on each hit.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me just. I think I just put 3d8 for all 3 of them.
Bad boy.
I don't know why I did that. I'm sorry.
So the first one will be doing 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
First one is 5. Second one, see if it hits. 23.
Yep, so 6. Alright, 12.
And then nope. God, bitch. And then this one.
Miss. So you'll notice that as the bolts hit him, you can see that they're actually kind of being obscured by this weird force that's around him. And the stone on his neck
Oh.
seemed to change color from purple to kind of like a white yellow when he was when he cast his spell before.
Okay.
Gordier, your initiative is up, but I will note that as Hedrod kind of moves up to the door and kind of like, like yells out into the ether, wait for me, or whatever. He's not saying it. I don't know why I said that. You would
Wait
notice.
for me.
You would notice that the sounds that seem to be coming from out there are very strange and very kind of like jostly, to the point where the floor that you're standing on, the wooden floor that you're standing on, is shaking each time Avran's kind of knocked back, moving around and stuff.
We shouldn't have come up here.
Oh, it's because if I hit an undead or a fiend with a lance, it must make a con save. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
That's why it has a con save. Alright, I'm gonna
Yeah.
fix the damage. Sorry.
Again, it's technically neither of those.
I think that we would go ahead and peek out the door to see if it's safe, and that would literally be my action.
Clear. Your action, you just
Well,
doing that would
okay.
be movement. You can actually
Yeah.
do something else if you wanted to.
Well, can I see down the
Yeah, move
the
yourself out
hallway?
there. You move
Okay.
yourself out there.
And can I see what they're
You can see what you can see.
Okay. So I can't see either of them.
That's fair.
To Hezrod, and it sounds like Avran's out there, but I can't tell. Because I can only feel and hear them moving, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, and then that would be my turn.
Okay. Fiona, you're up.
Yeah, I will walk towards the sounds I'm hearing.
You bump into Golradio.
Kind of give them a nervous laugh and say, all right, let's just go in there, try to distract them and run like hell, all right? Let's not finish this fight tonight.
That
And
makes
she
sense.
will use her action, clutching Helmoth stagger. She will use 3 hit dice and gain back a spell slot.
Okay. That's it.
And she'll go 30 feet closer to
5, 10,
yeah.
15, 20, 25, 30. Okay.
Hmm.
Perfect. Goes to the spellcaster, who will use his action to cast a spell again. This time,
What kind of spell?
A spell that will ruin you. Yeah, actually, it will ruin you. You watch him kind of like raise his hand up and then push his hand down. You then watch as all of the wood beneath you splinters as if a force just shattered it underneath you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
See, that I'm not good at.
Oh, is this something that would
18.
ring familiar to Hezrod?
You don't see it cast, so no.
Oh, I wouldn't hear it?
You hear a loud cracking sound as if someone punched through wood. With that saving throw, you fall, but you do not fall all the way down. You catch onto the ledge.
Nice.
Basically, just like now, kind of like your sword kind of up there, your hand kind of up there, caught on the ledge. It'll take you 10 feet of movement to climb up with an athletics check, too, because you have no foothold.
Okay.
But yeah, he kind of slams his hand down like that. And then as you kind of catch on, he kind of goes, ah! And then like looks up at the stone golem and says, ah! Just like a weird kind of sound gutturalness, and points. The massive stone construct, well, not massive, probably only about like 7 feet tall, steps forward and
About the same size.
drops its foot down on your hand.
Ah! Son of a bitch!
That shit hurts.
It kind of catches the gauntlet, but doesn't break it. It kind of just slams down on it. You can kind of feel a little bit of like a dull ringing and like a bit of pain, but not enough to force your hand to fall off or anything. So you're kind of like, okay, all right. But yeah, now it's interposed in between you and the caster.
Fair
Done
enough.
with that, it goes to Hezron.
He's like, wait, I'm coming! Ah! And he like rushes out the door and down the hallway.
Past
towards the
Gordier,
center of the
past
hallway.
Fiona.
Yeah. So what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30?
You'd be at a point where you can see the back of a stone structure stepping on Avran's arm. And you see Avran kind of like beneath his legs, kind of like, ah! like down there. You can
Yeah, like putting all the momentum of his like running, like his frantic running down the hallway into his axe swing, because he sees that it's like, what, I don't know what this thing is, but it's hurting my buddy Avran.
You can
So-
take an axe swing. You'll have it'll have cover, so there will be +2 to its AC because you're attacking through
Okay.
the door frame.
Let's see here.
Right there.
That'll miss.
14.
You don't have disadvantage.
Oh, 18.
Yeah, that'll miss.
Okay, damn.
Yeah, you you kind of slam it, kind of bounces off of the thing, and kind of catches on its pauldron, and you realize that like kind of attacking out and that way kind of wasn't the best choice.
Hmm.
Wood is stronger than you thought.
Yeah, as he like kind of recoils from it, he like throws a hand forward and casts
Shield of Faith?
spiritual weapon.
Okay.
So that basically his spiritual weapon appears in front of this thing and takes a whack at it.
Okay.
Shark.
You should be able to pull your own
Sheesh.
shield or your
Oh,
own
no.
shark.
That one.
Yeah.
Can a spell be reduced in quality?
No. That's a fumble check, so roll a d20.
Oh god, it's gonna hit me.
Oh yeah. Oh, oh no. Evan, why'd you say that?
Just normal miss.
Okay. Jesus.
Alright. Hezron done. Eric up.
Thank you,
Um,
Batavias.
I still don't hear any sounds of combat.
No, you're not up there yet.
Okay, so I don't have any. So
You can dash
20 feet.
if you want to.
Well, at this, I don't really have a reason to think there's
Okay.
a problem.
20,
But I'm
25,
at the
30,
base.
35.
20.
What's your
20,
speed?
20 feet gets me there. I got 30.
Okay, so you'd basically be coming up well enough to hear it. So you could use your dash if you wanted to.
Okay, so yeah, once I hear, I'm like, oh shit. So at this point, I'll assume I have 30 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So dash. What the world is going on in here? And 30 feet literally gets me to here.
Perfect.
So as I show him like, what's happening? I look around. I was like, what has Avran started now?
Meanwhile, Avran, you are in a broken hole of a wooden frame. You are connected to the kind of wood and stone of the floor. You could jump back to the scaffolding behind you or to the sides of you if you'd like. Or you can climb up. But if you do climb up, you're taking an opportunity in the space that you're in. You can basically join the landing to the sides of the stone creature. But you will be taking an opportunity attack if you try to pull yourself up on either side of it. If you go to the other sides of it, no opportunity attack.
Okay. So, could I jump back? Like, not onto, the thing
Yeah.
to get an opportunity attack, but the other
Away.
way.
You can.
Yeah.
Yep, just make an athletic check.
Okay. Let me do that. Athletics. Oh, no.
Okay, so you failed by
Man.
more than 4 than the DC I had in mind. So you will fall.
Okay. While I'm
Um,
falling.
hold on a second. Roll a D100.
D100? Okay.
Well,
79.
okay, so the higher end. You hit the floor, just about 10 feet below you. This is not accurate because there is another floor in between you and it. But you kind of slam down in that open space I had mentioned before. This is only referential, just to kind of notate it for me. So just
Gotcha.
ignore that space. But when you hit the
Okay.
ground, you'll be taking 4 points of bludgeoning damage, and you're prone.
Okay. Let me just mark that.
And if you're standing, you can actually see this is like an open room that you're in. It's like
Mhm.
one big room for the second floor. If you want to just get up and start moving that way, I'll go ahead and just notate that.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll head towards him, but while I'm walking that way, I'm going to spend an action and put all of my lay on hands on me.
Okay, that sounds good.
Just 25.
Perfect. And then we'll move on to Golridir. Again, you hear a loud, like, plate armor fall, which you've heard a couple of times in your adventures together. You don't know where that is. Definitely ahead of you.
Oh, I have to make a wisdom save.
For...
The weapon.
Oh, yeah, please.
23.
Okay. There's nothing adjacent to you, so it wouldn't have taken effect.
Okay.
It didn't damage you. Yeah, he didn't damage you when he teaked, and it didn't damage you when it stepped on your arm.
Oh, okay.
You wouldn't have had to have attacked from... that is important. If you had to attack while you were, like there... Ah! That would have been different, but yeah, Golridir, your turn. Go ahead. If you're talking, you're muted.
Shoot, sorry.
Bang.
Thanks. Bang bang.
Go.
So I can hear him falling.
Yes.
But can I tell if he's going down to the second floor? Or
Your
if he's
perception
just-
is high enough to note that he probably fell possibly to the second floor or beyond.
Okay.
If you'd like to backtrack and check, you can. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, you'd be right at the base. You want to do that?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. So you'd be able to see him from your position at the bottom of the stairs in the second floor. Again, this is referential because there is no second floor, but you're about 20 feet away from him. You pop down and you can see him kind of up, touching himself, healing himself, and heading towards the steps.
Right.
I guess touching
Okay,
himself
great.
is probably not the best phrasing, but whatever.
It really
And-
isn't. I was
It's
just
just-
about to say.
Yeah.
No, Typhon did it all the time.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my action to touch myself.
No,
Oh
he's,
my-
he's not. The holy light of Batavias is touching him.
Fair.
God.
Exactly.
Do
In
you
a
wanna-
sultry way.
Do you want to use your action at all, or do you want to do anything once you get down there, Golridir, or no? You can bonus action, healing word. Action-wise, it would need to be a spell with distance.
Is he bloodied?
Oh, no,
mean,
not
I guess-
anymore. He's healed himself pretty well.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, we'll just throw him a healing word.
Okay. Top him off.
Yeah, little extra, little treat.
Okay. And then you can dash back up the steps if you want to.
Yes.
Okay. You'll return back to the same position you were in. And
As long as he's alive.
Fiona, you're up.
Okay, so she will have heard the situation,
And
but
you can kind of see Hazard engaging with something in the doorway. You're not sure what he's fighting.
sorry, you said Hezron?
Hezrod, yeah, swung an axe at something in the doorway.
Mm.
Okay, yeah, so she'll definitely move forward at least 10 feet. From where she is now, would she see it?
Yeah, you can kind of see it, right?
I actually can't.
Oh, okay, then no.
Dang. Okay, so she'll kind of like awkwardly sidestep past him and move forward
Okay.
an extra 10 feet. Oh, it's all of
Can
them.
I prevent that? Can I prevent that in any way?
Actually, don't do that. Don't do that. Fiona is going to look at him. As soon as she passes him, she'll see like the fear and like trepidation on his face. And she too will get that look and she'll grab him by the arm and say, "Trust me, let me do this." And she will cast Thunderstep,
Okay.
trying to attempt to take one willing person with her, Hezrod.
Of course. Hold on a second here. Thunderstep
I think-
activates on the detonation
save.
space. Okay. Bear with me here. I'm trying to.
Oh, 3d10 and it's 8 damage. That hurts. That
I
really hurts.
love that spell, but that damage. Ooh.
That's disgusting.
Okay. So then it will go to the. I would say that because of the cover, the wizard would have advantage.
Ooh, are any of them undead? Out of curiosity.
No, we've covered this.
No. My smite didn't give extra damage, so no.
And it is force damage that is being dealt with, or thunder damage that's being dealt with this, and so that will just be normal. Okay. So the structure kind of shakes a bit. You can see some bits of rock kind of, as you're vanishing, kind of fall off of the thing. You do hear a "Ah!" from behind the wall as you disappear. Not quite sure what that means. But in the great spirit of great spiriting, hilarity, you were teleporting 90 feet. Where are you moving to? Upstairs? Out towards
Definitely downstairs for sure.
Okay.
Down where she thought she heard him fall.
Where Avrin is? Okay.
Yeah.
I will allow that. That's more than fair. Oof. Okay. And then that's your action. Do you have any movement or bonus actions?
Oh, I guess I would have movement. No, I wouldn't. Oh, I would. I would have an extra 15 feet. So she would look at them and point towards the exit and just start making her way.
Well, you're
towards
not on the first floor. You're on the second floor. You said to where he fell.
Oh, right. Looking at Avron and seeing that he's not dead, again, she'll just point towards the staircase
stairs.
and make her way towards it.
I've moved you your 15. All right. It'll go to this. The stone thing kind of doesn't move, but you see the fawn come out. This would be for Gorir and for Eric. And yeah, let's see.
Please don't one-shot me.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Do you have more than 30 HP?
Me?
Depends on what he hits you with.
Oh,
But-
him.
But yes, but also depends on what he hit me with.
Okay, I need the two of you to go ahead and make dexterity saving throws.
Oh.
That's
I am
good.
supposed to be good at this,
Around
and I am
10.
good at this with a 21.
21's good.
A nice round 10.
10 is not. Eric,
Figured.
you'll take 15 damage, and
Mm,
Gorir, you'll take 30.
nice.
And then he'll kind of like, "Ugh!" and point. You then hear kind of like a stomp, stomp, stomp. And this massive kind of statue, similar to the one that was in the room you went into, Gorir, come out, kind of block your line of sight to the wizard. As it kind of steps out slowly, it then kind of drops down and starts charging. You see the floor start to break up underneath it as it starts moving towards you. And its large fist comes slamming forward in like a
Oh god.
sliding
oh, he
punch.
fast boy. Oh, he fast boy.
And it crits.
Oh fuck.
You're not dead outright, but you are unconscious.
Oh.
Yeah. The total
Maybe
damage
they-
was 32.
That's
With
why I started
a
feeling, oh
punch?
fuck.
Yeah, it crit.
With
so.
a giant rocky.
I dealt
What?
He
20.
had a running start.
I dealt 28 to you, Jonah, with a non-crit punch. So,
True.
I mean, the thing hits like a dump truck.
Oh, so yeah, I'm out.
Yep.
I just.
Mage and Guardian done. Hezrod, you are up. You teleported down beneath. It looks like Fiona is heading up the stairs. You can kind of see this. Don't use the map that you're looking at. It's basically just a big open space, and there's like 15 feet between, or 20 feet between you and the steps.
Can I see the balcony I was just overlooking, or can I see the statue I was fighting?
You cannot, as they have moved from that position. You can see
Okay.
the balcony, but you can't see them.
Fair. He kind of takes a second. He can see a shark swimming around up there, but he sees the statue's gone. He's like, "Arr!" And then he like motions to his spiritual weapon and takes off towards the stairs.
Okay.
So I guess bonus action, have the spiritual weapon follow me.
Yeah, it would move down and kind of like get to about where you were, and then you'll be. That's not where you're going. You're going this way.
Sorry.
And if you're moving 20 feet or 30 feet, you can actually get up back onto the floor you were on with that 30-foot
Wait,
movement.
why are we? I'm so confused. Why
told
we
you.
teleported to the
Oh.
ground floor just to go back up?
She didn't teleport you to the ground floor. She teleported you to the floor where Avrin fell. She said
Oh,
that's
okay.
what she said. So you went to the second
Oh.
floor. There is no map for the second floor because I didn't imagine it would be used.
I got you.
I should have thought better of it and made one, but I did not do the thing.
God.
Paladin
John.
do a fall down.
I thought it would be an easy situation, but the second he says, "I want to spear him through the floor," I was like, "Well, I gotta make it
Yeah,
multi-level
he
now.
was like, okay, this is I know how this works.
I'll just ad hoc
Um,
it. It's fine.
So we went down to
Yeah.
the second floor, and now we're getting onto the stairs and moving down.
You're moving up. You're wanting to get back into the fight, or are you wanting to go away from the fight?
I'm following Fiona. She
Fiona-
said, "Trust me."
Fiona got to the steps and wasn't headed down or up yet, so
Okay,
it sounds
so-
like she wants to run away. Do you want to run away?
I mean, if Avran's with us, like,
So you're going down then.
no, well,
Avran ain't running, baby.
Fiona said, "Trust me."
Okay, so
And in
Fiona,
Hezrod's mind, that extends beyond
Right.
just teleporting.
in that regard,
like-
Fiona, what direction were you headed? Down the steps or up the steps?
Okay, so
Just
Did
be,
she
just be.
hear
No. You don't hear anything on the floor above you.
she was
So-
heading down. She's leaving. She assumes everyone's leaving.
So she's stepping. She's stepping on that first step to head down.
Yeah,
So
if someone
Hezrod-
dies, they die. I'm sorry. She's leaving.
Hezrod, would you do likewise?
She said, "Trust me."
Okay, so you're heading down.
Like,
So you would make it.
That's
to
what
the,
he's doing.
You would make it to the
He
base.
thought the thunder step was just so incredible that whatever else she had in mind was just.
You would make it
had
to the
be
base
good.
floor. That's fine. You are 10 feet ahead. You're basically making it to the ground floor. Hezrod done. Eric, you're up. Death saving throw. Success.
Nice.
1 hit point.
Nat 20.
And you can take your turn.
Disengage. And taking the action to disengage and running the hell back and down as far as I can go.
Disengage. Stand up from prone. You can only move 15.
15.
Back 5 feet, please. Oh, not that far.
Oh, well, I just reset myself.
Okay, you'd be here.
15 feet.
All right, Eric done. Avron up.
Yeah, no, because
All right.
I'm not letting him take an opportunity
Well,
to
you-
check on me.
you have a-
Hell no.
You do have a bonus action if you have anything you want to do.
Um,
I don't know if you have Long Strider or not. It's probably a good one.
but is that a?
That's an action.
Is it an action?
Yeah,
I
it's an
think so,
action.
yeah.
I'm thinking Expeditious Retreat is what I'm thinking.
I
Also
don't
a
think
good
I have
spell.
anything else.
There's also Misty
do.
Step, second level spell. That's
I don't
pretty
think it's one that the.
Yeah, I don't like.
That's a
If-
good
if,
spell,
on-
too.
if only I
So
was a
good.
rogue, I could bonus action dash.
Yeah. Avron done. Go you're up. You do not need
Avron
to
didn't go.
disengage. It does look like there is a retreat in progress. Do you wish to?
Avron didn't go though.
Oh, Avron, take your turn. Sorry, go.
Jesus.
So sorry.
Come on, Octavius. Anyway, can he get back up from the scaffolding?
You can try.
All right, he's gonna attempt to do that then.
Okay, you move back under the scaffolding, which would take you about half your movement, and you
Okay.
can make an athletics check. Go ahead and throw that dice.
You got it, boss. 17.
You jump up and grab a hold of it, and that's 15 feet of movement just to jump up and grab a hold of it. And I'll let you know what you're looking at from that position.
Okay.
You are hanging from the hole that you were knocked in, and you can
Okay.
see the back of the wizard, who's not really paying attention. Actually, make a stealth check. Let's
He
see how-
just sees me. I
wanna
have
s-
disadvantage.
I know. I want to see how far it botches. Yeah, that's not. Too
It's
bad.
actually not that bad.
That's not
It's
too
a
bad.
12.
He doesn't seem to notice that you're there.
All right. So I want to climb up.
Oh no! Sorry, you moved 30 feet. Unless you're dashing, you're not getting up.
Oh.
Yeah, you can attack from there, but you're attacking at disadvantage, and he has a lot of cover because you're going to be swinging
damn.
while you're falling.
Will I be falling if I go to swing?
Yeah, definitely.
Damn All right. So I'll dash.
Okay, you pop up behind
I'll
him.
dash. Yeah, I'll dash and I'll get up like right there behind him.
Yep,
I don't
He
really have
definite-
much.
he definitely knows you're there now.
That's fine.
Um,
I don't know if I have a bonus action. You know, no, that I'll just divine favor and then end my turn.
okay, Fiona, you are 10 feet behind Hezrod, descending, continuing the descent, right?
Golradir did.
What about?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, what about me?
I keep doing this. Okay,
John,
Jesus.
stop skipping us.
Golradir, you are up.
Yes.
Fiona, you are on deck.
I have to do a death save.
No, you're not dying,
What?
are you?
You
Are you
said
down?
I took
Did you get
30.
knocked out?
Yeah, you were at 36,
I was at 35.
which means you'd be at
And then
5.
And then he hit again,
No,
and it was
I-
a crit.
I hit
No.
hit me.
one dude.
Oh,
He hit me.
Oh, then I'm fine. I was like, man, I'm about to fucking kick it.
If we were about to die, then that's it. Well, A, I would have healed you.
or
B.
vice versa. Yeah, Gordy would have healed
exactly.
you. So there was not much of a danger there.
Okay, I thought we were both dying. I was like,
Oh, that'd be bad.
damn,
That'd be
like
bad.
this gonna fucking
If
suck.
we were both death saves, I'd be like, well, looks like we're done.
So
Yeah, if
just
we're-
are you booking it? Are you wanting to cast any spells here? Do you want to? What do you want to do? It looks like Eric is full. Get the fuck out of here! Like it was probably like a scramble. Like
Yeah, just oh shit!
right.
Like barely time to comprehend what the hell just happened to him
literally
and his poor
breathed in
body.
the air of life and just started booking.
Just oh shit. I gotta
He
go.
woke up. He woke up and chose run.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
You can make it to the first floor if you dash.
If I dash?
Yep.
Oh damn.
Just gotta hope the guy don't come after me and pummel me to death again.
Right.
We're gonna be like, "Where's Tavern?" And he's gonna be like, "Oh."
You can also throw a healing word as you're running.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, that's right. Bonus
Um,
action. See, Joe's another reason why Healing Word is a good spell.
Great spell.
See,
It's a wonderful
yeah,
spell.
it is a great spell.
It is a great spell.
Do you want to throw it while you dash?
Please.
Well, I was thinking Sacred Flame and then Healing Word and then just going my speed.
You're gonna cast Sacred Flame on the structure and then going your speed.
Yeah. Well, we'll just dash
Okay.
with the Healing Word.
And you're casting Healing Word on Eric, right?
Eric. Yeah.
10
Although,
healing.
to be fair, although it might not even matter because I'm going to be at whatever. And he's probably going to hit me like a truck again.
All right. The transmuter turns and looks at Avran, kind of with a an annoyed look. You can see that he's bleeding out of his mouth, like his fawn face kind of caked with his own blood. He's kind of like still kind of limping on the one kind of cut up, hoof, and he kind of turns and looks at you like just agitated, and he starts saying spellcastery words.
You skip me.
I did do it.
Oh
You
no.
did.
Again.
I'm gonna skip the transmuter now, and then you guys are gonna tell me that I skipped him.
You're damn right we're not.
Damn. Well, you tried to skip us how many times?
Fiona.
Okay, so she'll take stock. She'll see Golordir. She'll see Hezrod. She'll see everyone but Avran, right? Or no, it's Eric and
Eric's also up above.
I'm still up top.
Eric's up above. Okay, so not knowing if Eric is safer yet, and knowing that she has like a little bit more magic left, she'll turn to these two and say, "All right, still head towards the exit. I'm going to make sure that if anyone needs help, I can get us out of here again." And she's going to go 30 feet up.
Which
Does
will
that
put
take her
you
close?
not to the third floor. It'll put you just underneath it. Because it winds.
Then I will dash and go 60.
Okay. You'll be right behind Eric at that point.
Nice. And seeing him, I'll just say,
Blood.
I mean, he's alive. That's good enough. But then I'll say, did you see Avran?
No.
That's her turn.
Okay. Now it goes to the transmuter of not skipping.
Yes.
No,
Okay,
you did
now
his
you're
turn
not,
already.
Oh, now you're not
Oh
skipping.
my gosh.
No, skippies. No.
No skip.
No, skip.
No problem. No
Alright.
problem. This is the DM versus the players kind of campaign.
Is Avern towering over?
Random trash.
Oh, yeah.
Fawn?
Yeah, he's like 5 foot something.
Oh, jeez, poor boy.
I wasn't doing
Okay.
it intentionally, by the way. I was absolutely failing.
Sure.
It was an accident. No, we got you.
Sure.
Okay.
All right, do the thing.
You need to make a strength ability check.
Not a
Oh.
saving throw, not athletics, just straight strength.
Strength check.
Got you.
Straight up.
13.
You fail. You feel a force grab a hold of you as he kind of raises his hand up and like forces it just like he did when he slammed the floor underneath you. And you
Yeah.
watch your feet kind of lift off of the ground as you're shunted 30 feet out over the ether. He then goes,
Okay.
"Ha!" And you watch yourself fall from that height, which you're on the 3rd floor, so about 30 or so feet down.
Can I do a reactionary thing? Or no?
Do you have a reaction?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I just wanted to try and grab onto him
No.
and bring him with me.
It's literally, it's not like a slowly, it's literally a
It's
It's a
like-
fast thing.
teak. You're being telekinesis.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair.
Hey, at
Um,
least you're at a full HP, right?
You don't have
Yeah.
acrobatics trained, right?
No, I do not.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw. This is more for flavor than anything else. But you are
Got it.
hitting the ground out. Oh shit! Hold on.
Five.
Hold on.
Oh.
5 is bad, but yeah, this is actually going to be a bit worse than I think it is.
Oh.
I can't remember what
Because you're on
falling
the
damage is. It's-
backside. You're actually going to be falling 60 feet
Oh, cool.
because you're falling off the cliff based on the shunt.
Oh, neat. Amaran's gonna
not
die.
good. That's not good. That's not good.
Is
What's
this-
your max HP?
42.
You're
Oh,
only
geez, if
taking
you-
28 points of bludgeoning damage, but the Constitution saving throw was determinate. You hit, and as you kind of hit the ground, you feel your right leg kind of take the brunt of it, and you can feel your ankle snap. You fall to the ground for the duration of till you get healed. Also, it's a condition, so you can lay on hands 5 points to get rid of it. But you are speed half.
Okay.
You're not dead. Who cares?
You're also prone, by the way, so good note.
That's
on that.
fine. I
Oh, you-
will. It's not my turn yet. Never mind.
No problem. And then he kind of turns around and says, "Kill them all!" in common, and you can hear the "Joosh, joosh, joosh, joosh" as the golem rushes behind Eric.
So Eric is turning looking at Fiona and he gets smacked in the back by a golem, probably.
Possibly.
We're about to find out.
It's not a light smack either. It's like,
So it's gonna be more like a thud.
yeah.
All right. So you kind of like take the corner. Oh God, your AC is really bad.
14?
Yeah, that's really bad. Wow, I thought it was
It's
higher than that.
Average. No, that's like perfectly average for this level.
I'm so sorry. I thought a 14 was going to be a miss.
Oh no!
I'm so sorry.
How is it? Well, I guess
He's
40
not
hits is
sorry
bad, but
at
like
all.
it's perfectly average. Like it's completely average for this level Dex user.
I
Look at
genuinely am
the
sorry.
smile on his face. He is not sorry at
No,
all.
I am sorry. But he slams into you, tearing a bit of the
Okay.
wall near you, and does 21 points of damage, basically knocking you back into Fiona. And as Eric's body hits you, Fiona, you can see that like he's basically deflated. Like I punched his chest in.
He's like a
Is
deflated
he
beach ball.
unconscious at
Oh,
this point?
yeah.
Yep. I'm out.
He is
Okay,
dying.
question. Would you consider an unconscious person willing? Because they can't fight.
No, you need consent.
Let me check.
Yeah, this is
Thank
got a
you.
little dark.
Well,
All right.
now it
calm
says
down.
willing, but
All right.
Fiona, you need consent.
You
I
can't.
feel like he would consent to
I
me
just-
saving his
I
ass.
just googled it. Only a willing creature can travel via dimension door. You can't give consent when you're unconscious.
Does it really say that? Oh,
It
Oh my
genuinely
God.
Told
is the
you.
rule. Yeah.
but that's dimension door, not thunder.
However, a corpse is an
Oh, yeah, that's
unattended
nice.
object.
Well, if Thunderstep says willing, it's the same.
I know. I'm just
Yeah.
I'm just trying to.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Try.
live here, guys. I'm trying to live.
I understand.
Right. But
Hezron.
if you kill him, you can take the body with you.
Yeah, because then he's an object. Corpses are
Yeah.
objects. He's still technically alive.
Okay.
Technicality.
Right.
So Fiona led them downstairs, and then she said, like, you wait here, I'll be right back, or whatever. And now Hezron is just completely confused. He doesn't know what to do. Like, in his mind, it seems like she's going back upstairs to fight, but it doesn't make any sense to him why.
Would
anybody
Hezrod continue leaving out the door like she said, or would she?
No, he would actually spend his entire turn just being flabbergasted. At some point, his shark swims over and is like swimming around, kind of bored, and he looks at it and just says, "I don't know."
Eric, death saving throw. Let's see if you can make magic twice.
Baby.
That is the very
shark,
opposite.
Okay.
It is not a nat one.
Yeah, it's not the
It is
exact.
not a nat
opposite.
one. That's the most important thing.
Tavern, you are
Yes.
way out of this fight.
That's fine. That's fine.
You're
So
out of
this
it, and
fight.
you are not dead. You're
So,
good.
like, am I like in front of the tower now or
Behind
behind
it.
the tower? Okay. Avern is gonna get up, I guess.
It takes so it takes half of your movement, but you're only able to
Yeah.
move half your speed with your broken leg.
Yeah,
So
I'm
you-
gonna dash.
Well, no. Sorry,
No?
you also cannot dash with a broken leg.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Have you tried? Because dang.
Can I just like this isn't even like really happening. It's more for like flavor. Can he use his great sword as like a walking stick and just lean on it and begin hobbling forward.
So like, there's literally that desire. Like, I'm assuming this is how it would go. Is you kind of pop up and you're like, you get up, but you're like, you do it with your other leg because you know that there's a problem here on this leg, and you start to try and kind of move, and you're like, the devotion, the faith,
The adrenaline.
I need to help my friends, like, mentality is there.
Yeah.
And you try to step forward with that first foot, and you like kind of like crumple, and you kind of get the sword out and put it down, and you're realizing like during the next turn it's literally going to be like the slow walk back up the hill and then to the castle to try and help. Golridir, you are at the base of the castle. Fiona said leave. Do you take and heed her words, or
Yeah.
okay, you head outside? I would assume just chronologically, like it's pretty open airs. You do hear kind of like a cry of agony from Avran, whose leg is shattered. Fiona, you are up.
Okay, so knowing that I can't help him, the only thing I can think of is hoping this thing is not wise.
Make a perception check.
Oh, would that be my turn though?
Nope. Freebie.
Okay. Oh, why does my character sheet always take so long to load? Perception.
Okay. I won't give you the freebie. You aren't aware of things that are currently situationally present.
Well, regardless, she's gonna take a chance and try to cast try to cast Dissonant Whispers.
On it?
Does it look like it has ears?
It looks like a construct. It literally looks like a statue that's moving around with a sword or a spear and a shield.
Okay, 1 second. This is really hard. I didn't think you'd die.
And it's not even using the spear, it's literally punching with the hand it's holding the spear in.
Let's see, maybe that would work. No, I think it would probably have a high stat.
It's kind of hardcore to not even use a weapon, just deck us all
Yep.
all day.
100%. Straight metal. Well, no, stone, but yeah.
Is it marble?
Yeah, it's rock.
Is it
Does he
limestone?
hit like Rocky?
Okay, would it have a mind? I don't know if it would have a mind.
I would say at this point, like, if you're gonna cast a spell on it, cast a spell on it. If you want to try and observe whether or not it has a mind, you can try and roll Arcana. That will be your action. You could try and drag Eric away. It won't get an opportunity attack on Eric if Eric's being force moved. And based on Eric's description, he's wearing kind of a cloak with like kind of furs. He might actually just power slide down the steps.
Just give him a good old push.
I'll just try to move him.
Okay. Go ahead and make an athletics check. It's not so much to move him, it's just how you move him.
You can
Okay.
use your action to dash.
Let's see, athletics.
Okay. So in the process, you have to kind of lean over him and kind of get into his space because you're trying to get a hold of him. You're not very strong in this process, but you're able to move him. The problem is because you have to kind of get into his space to get him going, to get him moving, the golem will swing at you with a opportunity attack.
Okay.
And will hit for the better part of 17 damage.
You will take 15 cold, and I will take 2.
Okay.
Oh wait, all right, I got this. Yeah.
That's the only reason why I'm still here.
I was just thinking, like, we're done for.
Okay. You get him moving. You can move half your speed, so you'll be on the second floor at this point. And just again, for notation, you're not on the base floor yet. I'm just moving you down one step.
Okay,
Makes
now
sense.
that I can see them, I will.
Well, no, you cannot see them. You're on the second
Like,
floor. They're a floor down.
Right. She will just scream out, run, do not fight, just run.
Okay. The transmuter is going to lick his wounds, mainly, and the golem will continue to proceed in its efforts. It is slower down the steps, but with its dash, it will actually loom now over Eric, almost as if it's about ready to step on him next. And roll a percentage dice, actually.
Not Eric.
Eric.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
48.
You're good.
Oh, thank God.
The way I described it is as it goes. Fiona, you would note that this thing is not moving down the steps very well. It seems to be doing so in kind of like a very tentative process. And it doesn't look like its feet are very secure because they're larger than the steps. So it's kind of wobbly in its stance on the steps. Out of character, if you'd rolled a 10 or less on that percentage dice, it would have had 209 all over all of you. All right, Hezrod, you're up.
I wish I knew what that meant because I never watched it.
Ed 209 was a robot who couldn't do stairs, tried to, and fell down them and died.
And I probably would have died too.
You would have been rolled over by a construct. Yes, both of you.
Oh Jesus. Oh fuck.
It would have been the least satisfying player kill I ever would have had if you'd rolled under a 10.
Yeah. I guess Hezrod's gonna wait. He's gonna ready an action to attack anything that's not one of his friends that comes down that stairwell.
Got it.
Actually,
Eric.
I'll ready an action to Eldritch Blast it.
Okay. Eric, you are still dying, so death saving throw. 2 failed death saving throws. 1 more and you're out. Avran, you are well out of the fight. We'll presume that you're making your way this way.
Yeah, he's making his way to the front of the tower. You know, as well as he can do that.
Yeah, circumnavigating it is going to be another,
That's fine.
8
That's
turns just to get to the front, so.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Go right here.
We would, since no one's actually coming except for Fiona, he'd stand a little bit further back, but keep an eye on the stairwell and let's see. I can't ready that, and I didn't add that. Okay. I got nothing.
Okay. Fiona. You don't need to make another athletics check if sliding Eric down the steps is still your goal. You also will not provoke an opportunity attack if you try to. You can continue to drag him away. However, you moving your full speed will put you at the base floor. If you'd like to dash once you get to that point, you can continue to drag him. I will have him roll a Constitution saving throw to see if him being dragged across the concrete and ground and stone causes him to continue to bleed or not.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, actually, she's gonna reach into her bag.
Okay.
And pull out a healing potion.
All right. So you're gonna get down to the base. So now we are currently in positionally. This is where you would end up, and this is where Eric would be. And you'd be pulling out a potion. Hezrod, you would see this happening, and you can force quaff as an action. So roll 2d4 plus 2, and Eric will gain that many hit points.
Sorry, 1d4?
2d4 plus 2.
Oh, 2d4.
Damn.
All right, well, we are rolling great tonight. All right.
But he is awake, and the second she sees his eyes open, she's going to say, "Will you let me teleport you? Will you let me teleport you? Thank you."
Eric doesn't even think; he just says yes.
You just use your action. Okay, I will. So real quick.
But you did use your action to do the potion.
No, I know, but I just want to make sure. Okay, hold on. Let's cover something real quick. This is such a weird topic. I'm so sorry, Josie. I need to make sure you get what the point is. So when you dimensions door or thunderstep, okay, the reason why the target has to be willing, it's not so much that they can then be manipulated to do it. It's because in the process of those two things, the willing creature has to be able to engage in the spell. And what I mean by that is dimension door, you basically form the door, step through, and take the person by the hand through it. They have to walk through. If they're not willing, they don't. Thunderstep is a step from one position to another. If they don't make the step, they don't take the step. So what I mean to say in like they're willing, it's not so much a I signed over like a waiver, I have a form in triplicate that says you can teleport me whenever you want, baby. That's not how it works. I'm so sorry. I know what you were going for there. I just want to make sure we're clear that it's not going to work that way, okay? I'm so sorry. But
Yeah, no, I know. If he bites
Okay.
the dust, it'll happen.
Okay,
but,
I'm sorry. Just if he lives, then great. But
So I didn't know because it's been a long time. My
Literally-
death save, do they reset?
yeah, they do reset every time you get back up.
Oh, thank God.
She still did. She still did move them 30 feet though before she did the action. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you move 15.
Yeah, so we're at
because
the
you're
bottom
moving half
stairs.
speed. But yeah, you're at
Right. 15,
Yep,
15.
15 feet in between each of the levels because you have to cycle up. But yeah, so it goes to it. It still has a transactional path. It sees living creatures, but now once it gets down to the base there, it is wobbling slowly, and it has to dash to get there. I need again another D100 roll.
again.
I'm gonna have Josie roll this one.
Eric is just down. He's like, fuck, not again.
It does not fall and destroy everyone. All right. Hezrod, you do not see it. It is around the corner there. But it is your initiative, and you do see your friends that appear to be having a bit of an issue. So there's no questions here. There's no concern with... You see what's happening.
Okay. Let me check the text of the spell real quick.
Why is he getting green screened? He's not green. Are you green? Are you green, boy? When you become green...
Okay, so if I move here, can I see it?
Kinda. I'd say it'd have cover for range attack purposes.
Okay. Is there 30 feet between me and it?
Less than.
Okay, so bonus action, have my spiritual weapon kind of race past everybody up the stairs and bop them in the face.
I'll allow it.
And then after that, action going to be Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
So let's do spiritual weapon first.
Yep.
24. That's a 9.
Yep.
I'm gonna use Embrace Oblivion for the extra 6 damage.
Okay.
And then Eldritch Blasts. So 15 on that one.
Misses.
Well, hold on, sorry. No, I'm saying 15 damage.
What did the
So-
AC? What AC did it hit?
Sorry, 11 on the first Eldritch Blast and 7 on the second one.
Roll a D20. Fumble saving throw. Guys are rolling a lot of ones. Not bad enough. Just a botch. It will basically.
And then,
what?
sorry, rest of my movement moved back away so that they got some room to move. So I think that was 5.
Let me double check my wording on fumble saving throw. I know 1 is guaranteed bad. Rules. Fumble saving throw. On a 2 through a 9, you critically fumble. The DM will put forth a circumstance that is bad for you, such as striking a nearby ally, striking an object or piece of terrain. Roll a D100. Okay.
63.
Yeah, lucky enough, you blast the step underneath its foot. It seems to kind of crack it, but it doesn't fly out from underneath its foot to cause it to
Oh,
add to a 9.
shit. Okay.
All right. Anything else from you?
And then he uses the rest of his movement to move towards the door, and he's like gesturing wildly to his friends.
Okay. Eric, you are alive.
Again. He's just like all blood. Like it's probably like not like a lick of clean skin on him.
Since we're referencing 80s and 90s bad robot movies, Johnny 5 is a lot. Go, just go. I'm sorry.
So I'm out. Okay, this is guaranteed. I am taking the action disengage,
Yep.
but I can't take to drag Fiona with me. That'd probably give up movement speed, or would
Action.
that be an action to do?
I would say that if you are grappling her, that is an action. Since she grappled you before during her turn, that's why she was able to pull you.
Yeah, but like I said, guaranteed. I'm taking the disengage, and that is happening.
That's fine. So you will not
all
be
I
able
can
to
do
take
then
her.
is move on my own.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I just move and I just say, "Thank you. Get us the hell out of here." And he's just gone.
5, 10, 15. You can be able to get 15 feet away.
Oh, 15?
Yeah, because disengage is you're standing up from prone as well.
Oh yeah, shit. Damn it! I keep forgetting that.
You spend most of your time on the. I mean, you're avranning.
Yes, I
keep
forgetting. I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting that I'm down. I need to get up.
Jonah's face, motherfucking.
I mean, Avran has a broken ankle.
So there we go. Action to disengage. 15 feet of movement.
Got it. Eric
And
Dunn.
as I'm leaving, I'm just like, Fiona, if you want us to get us out, do it now.
Avran, moving, Goradier, you see the situation. Lots of panic, lots of craziness.
Eric just covered in blood, like all blood.
You're muted.
You're muted.
You're muted.
I'm mostly just thinking.
It's fair.
And I can't see the guy at the golem,
No.
right?
Yeah, he hasn't
Okay.
popped around yet.
So I'll throw out a healing word to Eric since he looks like he needs it.
Actually, I was just thinking, between the first time you've seen him and the second time, he somehow has more blood on him. He has more blood.
Stop doing
10.
that.
Stop dying.
Oh, if I had a choice in the matter, I would.
Goradier, anything else? Cure
No,
wounds
we're gonna-
yourself?
I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah,
That's
I should
probably a good
do that.
resource
I should
of time.
Yeah, I should probably do that.
Fiona, you are up next. I'm assuming
Kitty.
get out of here, right? Oh gosh.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I mean, so she's gonna go towards Eric, which is how close is he to me? 15 feet?
Yeah. A quick note. It is technically adjacent to you. For the purposes of opportunity attack, you will gain the same benefit. No, you actually won't. It does have disadvantage because it's standing on it's standing on wobbly spot. But because it's attacking down at you in the stairwell, it does not have disadvantage. I mentioned that at the beginning of the session that it favors people who are higher in the tower, fighting wise.
Okay. All right.
But he sucks at standing, so he still has disadvantage.
Right. Okay. Damn it. All right. Well, I guess I'll have to risk it and just walk.
Okay.
You know.
Let's see what happens. Disadvantage. Roll a d20 for me. Yeah. So you start to move away. You see its fist kind of draw back. Its foot start to fly forward off of the broken stone where Hezrod had popped the stone. You aren't really paying attention after that point. You're literally just moving towards Eric. The next thing you see is the fist kind of slam forward, but it seems to kind of spin in that process, hit the center of the stairwell, which causes the stairs above to fall down and crush inwards on it. As you kind of get away from that position, it basically floods that entire stairwell with the stairwell above. You just hear this loud kind of... And I need the two of you, Eric and Fiona, to make a dexterity saving throw for debris. It's not going to be a lot of damage, just a little bit, because there's literally an exploding stairwell behind you.
Oh no.
You're good, Eric.
I got 18.
Good, Eric and Fiona.
Sorry, it takes my page like a while to load.
No worries, no worries.
Let's see, dex save.
Okay, so you kind of take a little bit of damage, 5 points of bludgeoning damage as some of the stone kind of erupts out at you. You watch as air kind of gets behind the column in between him and the stairs, and it kind of blasts like past him, but not into him. Hezrod and Gordy are well outside of the blast radius, and Avran even more so. by the look of it,
Avern's not even there.
by the look of it, whatever that thing was is completely entombed in all of the stairs that were above it.
Is there another stairwell, or is this the only stairwell?
Only stairwell. There are ladders on the rafters out, or on the rafters outside, like the construction outside.
Okay. All right. She'll look around because she's got really good vision, and she will see that almost everyone's here. But she will look around. And she'll go, "Where the fuck is Avran?" And before even like thinking about it, she'll realize that she still has a spell left, and she'll grab Eric's hand and cast Thunderstep again.
Okay. Where you go? Just outside?
As 90 feet outside. Yeah.
Okay.
As far away as possible.
No problem. We'll shift back to the exterior. Actually, what we'll do is I just want to kind of make sure you're aware of the visual image I'm trying to portray here when it comes to the structure that you're looking at. Bear with me here. So you can kind of see the tower on the right there. I'll move Avran over there as well. And so what you'll kind of note, just positionally, is that, let me get rid of that turn order deal, is the front entrance is kind of where Avran's on top of there. And that second floor is basically just kind of like a dead space. The third floor is where you were kind of fighting. And that's where Avran got knocked out of the ballpark. I believe the directionality would have been something like this. And the feats are not accurate here, but it would have been enough 30 to drop him like so. And belong into the ground. And so most of the fighting went here. When you went into the fourth floor for just a second, that'd be here, and you kind of saw, a bit more of the ladders, the structure here, the rail or the balcony that's been constructed outwards. Looks like they're trying to repair the stone structure from below, and looks like there might have been magic at use in that process. And then there's a fifth floor, which is like the tower top, which you never made it to, but you can see from out here that would be there. That said, that's kind of positionally where you end up, and you would see that Avran's kind of coming over to you, hobbled, and basically using his sword as a cane.
Hezrod would kind of like lumber forward and grab Avran and help him up and go ahead and hit him with a healing spell.
Healing spell will heal his damage, but it will not heal the ailment. If you have lesser restoration, you can get rid of it.
Oh, I think
I have that. I could have done that.
You should have asked.
I don't have it prepared.
Well, then cast
I
lesser
don't
restoration
either.
on yourself,
On
Avran.
yourself. Heal your own
I'm
damage,
gonna
dog.
fix my leg.
My leg, dog.
So you got
My leg's all jacked up.
14 hit points.
I'm fixing my fucking leg.
So,
You got back there a lot sooner and you weren't hobbled. You were running on your own 2 feet.
so
Healthy
Avran
and
got his
free.
ankle messed up. I nearly died twice.
Even positionally, you wouldn't have made it there in time to make a difference.
No,
so
I know,
yeah,
I
okay.
know.
Mm.
I just, I would have used lesser restoration.
That's fine. You did.
Do you guys want
sorry.
Hezrod to just level the tower? He could probably do that.
Be a good idea.
I mean, do we want to let
No.
loose that thing?
What
Well,
thing?
The golem.
Well, Eric is currently
I'm
Eric's
pretty
just
sure
lying
it's
on his.
dead.
Eric is just on his back on the ground, just like. I think they would be really pissed if we leveled it.
Oh, no, guys.
And
It might
don't
be
think the
easier to
golem's the
start from
problem.
scratch.
There might be something worse in there, or like some kind of, I don't know. Also, it's property.
Yeah,
Either
I'm
way.
asking you guys. I'm asking you guys as a player.
no.
I don't think you should know.
No.
As Jonah, not as Avran.
Avran, on the other hand, is just like, come on, let's do it.
Yeah, Avran's like, fuck that guy.
No, Eric,
Tina's
me-
not waiting around. She's just going straight to the pub. Like, she's grabbing whoever looks like they're stumbling, and she's heading to go rest.
Okay.
She's just feeling this person isn't going to leave the tower since they haven't really.
Real quick, who Who was the last person to see? It would have been Avran. Avran, go ahead and make a medicine check.
Who's the last person to see the
Medicine
damn
check.
goat
Got it.
person?
7.
Damn goat man.
It's really bad. That's really bad.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Oh no.
Never
I'll be
mind.
honest,
with
guys,
advantage,
this
it's an
this
8.
session stinks.
Never mind. There's just a lot of bad rolls. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hezrod is a land-born fish
It's
that doesn't bathe.
it's a no bones day.
And this stank
Well,
more than he does.
I don't care if we had a bad rolls. I think I got the best net 20 of all time because it just got me up. Because I think I was dead otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like literal. Oh no, the skin of your teeth.
So, like I said, there is another means of getting back up there. It would have been the ladder outside. Do you want to try and employ that? Do you want to utilize that?
Hell yeah.
No.
Or do you want to just leave it alone?
Avran kind
No,
of
we'll
wants to employ
definitely-
that.
I definitely think we're coming back, but we need to fucking rest, guys. Like, we need to go sleep. And
Hey, Avran, I'm not going to stop you. Do you want to just start climbing up the ladder or no?
I think yes. Only he wants to
No.
see what this
No.
guy is doing.
So you'd
Hezrod
climb.
will not let you.
You'd climb. Oh, Hezrod,
Hezrod will physically stop him.
then make an athletics check. Contest each other.
Okay.
Wrestle
Eric
about
is
it.
just looking at it.
He
Eric
starts
is just.
moving towards the ladder, and Hezrod just
10.
immediately like
That's
gets
not
in his
very
way.
good.
If you beat a 10, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
stop it. Shit.
Eric is too near death to care. He is just hobbling his way to the tavern. Like, he is going to get
Hezrod,
soaked.
flex!
Avran's just upset and a little disappointed and defeated that he got just fucking thrown out of the tower.
Fiona will calmly approach Avran and, like, in the most patronizing tone possible, basically say, listen,
Feel so-
you do understand that these are ghosts and we are losing daylight. If you pursue this any further,
Okay.
that will only be your detriment.
I don't technically ever do this as a DM, but can we just let Avran climb the ladder? I'm trying to give you guys a win, and I'm so sorry. The dice rolls have been really bad, and I just want
Avran's climbing up the fucking ladder!
Just do it. Just do it,
I
man.
am DM fiating him a natural 20 in the athletics check.
Okay,
He
okay.
is fudging the.
I
He is
need
fudging the.
I
He
need
is
this.
fudging the electrons.
I need this. You guys
He's
did
climbing up the damn ladder, and he's
so,
gonna go fix that fawn!
so well
Again,
compared to your rolls.
Eric again does not care. He is too near death to care. He's just like, I don't care. He can go die.
You get up to the top, and once you make it around the way, you would see that the fawn is still standing in the same spot, bleeding out of his legs,
Son of a bitch!
because he has 1 hit point. I didn't want to say he was shattered, because I didn't want to give it away. I wanted to defend it. But you killed the golem, and so I have to let this happen.
Avran is just gonna walk up to him
He says
and
nothing.
just fucking punch him in the face.
He dies, but he says nothing in response if you try to negotiate or talk with him. So just a heads up there. And once he dies, you see that his cane drops from his hands, and there's a book kind of clutched by his other hand underneath
Okay.
his robes.
Could he have done it to where it was non-lethal?
No.
Okay.
He was
All right.
bleeding
I will.
out.
I will take that win.
For
I will take
the
that.
imaginative purposes, you punch him in the face to try and knock him unconscious, and he raises his eyes maddened back up to you, like he's ready for more. And then you literally serve his
okay.
face in.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you would actually recognize madness when you see it. It doesn't look like he's possessed in the
He's just crazy.
in the D&D terminology. It looks
Yeah.
like he's possessed of a mind.
Yeah.
And you pick up the book and the cane if you'd like.
I'd pick up everything. I'd toss his body out.
Oh yeah, no. So
Eat
everyone
him like he
everyone
eated
down
you.
below, you see a body just kind of sail out over the thing, and you're like, "Oh no, Avran!"
Yep. First time. Oh shit! There goes Avran again. There goes Avran.
But it's
Oh,
not.
there he goes.
It's not Avran. Like he literally had 1 hit point, and the golem.
Thank you, John.
I'm
Thank
sorry.
you.
So I chatted him.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to tell you that
Damn.
because I didn't want. I was explaining it like he's really close to death, but like
I figured.
Just
I figured he was really close because you said, like, after that initial swing, you said
He was
he's
fucked.
bleeding a lot,
Yeah,
and
he had-
then I was like, okay,
We just could not get up to him again
mean,
to connect
yeah.
because I died
Let's-
twice.
Let's be fair.
Essentially.
He's a wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured he didn't have much HP to
He had-
begin with.
Literally barely any spells left to think of. Like a transmuter has a lot of fun transmutation spells after that. The first spell I cast on you was polymorph. Anyway, sorry. I don't want to I don't want to try and get too far out of the realm of
I got you. I got
I
you.
just felt you guys haven't had a win in a while, and this one was really close, and I would feel the actual worst if I kept it away from you.
What do you mean we haven't
Personally,
had
I think
windmill?
we demolished that Cambion.
Didn't we have a couple wins?
the Cambion
Yeah.
still dunked on him? But anyways, moving on. It just felt like
Oh yeah.
it feels like
Adam-
there-
We've had a win. Avern
just-
has a, like I said, Avern has gone down like every single week,
just-
and I feel sorry for you.
I just wanted, because he did do a lot of work, and I just wanted it to happen. So anyways, we're moving on. I'm sorry. That's the last time that'll ever
It's okay.
happen.
It's okay.
To the point.
Avran drops every week like a new episode.
Book Kane.
Amazing.
Yes, there were 2 books and 1 cane, or
One
one book and
book.
1 cane.
One
Okay.
Kane.
All right, so the body is tossed out. Avran is
Oh,
gonna
no,
come down the
Avran.
ladder
Okay.
Wait,
with
Avran?
book and cane in hand,
Okay.
and he's gonna just toss it at Fiona, and he's just gonna be like, "I told you."
Oh my god, he's going hard for a guy who was just given that.
Yeah,
All right.
and then he's gonna just walk in and try to talk to the half orc. I forgot his name.
They're
Hold
not
on.
they're not in the tower. They went a ways, so you would
Yeah,
know where they're
flip
at if you want to go
page.
talk to them.
So
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay, I want to send a picture for it
leaving.
because
So
Fiona-
basically, Avran throws the body out, gives the stuff to Fiona.
Fiona,
She
what
doesn't-
were you doing?
Tavern.
I'm gonna take it. She's
Okay.
already in the hotel. She didn't stick
Oh.
around.
Yeah.
She's
Okay,
pissed.
gotcha.
She's
So-
pissed. She's back
so-
home.
yeah. So
Alright,
again,
alright,
I
fair.
want to picture. Eric is sat at a table, completely covered in blood, just asking for a nail. Like
Okay.
he doesn't have the care. He's just like, bear. Now I don't care how much it costs.
So Hezron, you're taking the book and the cane back to Fiona at the tavern then?
Sure. Like Hezrod's kind of confused by what's going on, but he understands that
I'm
Avran climbed up
confused.
there and
I
killed
just-
the guy.
Really felt bad about the way the situation was going. And I'm sorry, it'll be
Fair.
the last time I
I-
ever
It's okay.
DM
It's okay.
Fiat. I
I
just
appreciate you.
I genuinely
here's what's
couldn't
Honestly,
happen.
same.
have it.
So he throws the stuff at Hezrod. Hezrod kind of hangs it on his belt of trinkets with all the other shit. If Avran starts heading off, presumably to tell the people that, hey, your wizard problem's taken care of, Hezrod's going to go ahead and just grab the dead body, throw it over his shoulder, and, like, take off after Avran. So, like, following behind Avran with the
Okay.
dead wizard over his shoulder.
Okay. You are stopped by the Lord and the soldiers. They see you and they move to kind of stop you, and they say, "You killed him."
Yes.
Was he not possessed by a demon or a ghost or anything?
No. He went mad.
Well, we will leave the tower to your investigation. If you feel it's safe for us to return back to it, we will begin repairs. Unfortunately, without his presence, it's going to be much harder. He was very capable at moving stone and shifting earth. It's
I
unfortunate-
believe you should be careful. There may be
Well, we would kindly ask, since you are capable of defeating him and his power, that you would go and just investigate it and make sure that it's clear and safe. If that's not a problem.
Sure. I will go now, and I will tell you all if it is safe.
Okay, great. Hezron, they ask for the body, but they don't ask for any of the items that he had on him. Do you want to scour over him, like, as they're talking, to see if there's anything else on him that might be worth keeping?
Yes.
Okay.
Go
Um,
this route.
The weird little, like, semi-cloak that he's wearing, that
Mhm.
appears important. So you just kind of pull that off and kind of, like, whistle, tuck it into your bag while they're not paying attention. And you can see that the Granite Guard kind of looks down at him, like, you know, kind of that, where's his cloak? But they don't ask any questions.
Can a fishman whistle?
Sure, why not? They've got gills.
Okay.
They can whistle out of all of them. Sounds like a fucking
Like a harmonica.
a harmonica. Yeah,
Fucking bagpipes.
perfect.
Bagpipes.
Okay, so then Hezrod, you make your way back to the tavern to connect with everyone who made their way back to the tavern, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
So just the extra cloak then. So the cloak,
So there's
cloak,
like
the
it's like a
scepter, and the book.
it's almost like a mantle actually. Would be the term that I would want to use, and then the cane and the book.
He brings those in and immediately just like walks over and kind of puts them on the bar and shoves them towards Fiona and says,
And
I brought you something.
She'll just kind of look down curiously, and motion to the bartender to like get her a wine, and start looking through them.
Apologies,
Again, she doesn't have
milady.
identified-
The lady says, "Apologies, milady. We don't have any wine. It's just ale here."
May I please have another?
what?
She wrinkles her nose but
Hey.
asks for an ale.
We will allow you one ale, and looks over to Hezrod. We've heard that you assisted the Lord. Was this one with you as well? Gesturing to Fiona.
And
Yes, she has the most wondrous tricks.
As many ales as you'd like, and she brings 3 cups.
Erica just sat there covered in blood.
Yeah, I assume you were there too. Brings out a cup. So yeah,
He's just like ale, everything. Don't care how much. I want more now.
the book is kind
just-
of red leathered. It's kind of gold, or ornate kind of design on it, almost kind of shaped like a lizard or a dragon or some kind of thing. Kind of blue gemstones all assorted throughout it. There's a lock mechanism on the side, but it doesn't appear to be like a full-on like key lock. It's just kind of like a clamp to keep it closed when you want it to be closed. You pop it open and scan it, and you would note that this is a journal written by an individual named Slithis. And this is the effective contents therein.
With detect magic eyes, is any magic coming off of any of these items?
The cane and the mantle glow. The book does not.
Knowing that the book is not giving off magic, she feels it's safe to hold on to, so she pockets it. But the other two, she doesn't know what kind of. Well, actually, what color are they giving off?
The cane would be transmutation magic, rather. And the mantle is abjuration, which is like protection.
Oh. Okay. She kind of reached for the cloak, and feeling it, would she know if it's trying to attune or not? Like, is that something that she'd be able to tell?
Well, a quick note: you currently have a cloak slot item, so you can't wear 2.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I think she would probably take off the one she's currently wearing just to see what this thing is going to do.
Sure. I would say not. It doesn't. Let's see. No, it would require attunement. Apologies.
Oh, okay. So it would take like a full right. Okay. In that case, she'll kind of look around at who's there. Is Gloridir there?
Yeah, I assume so. It's a bar, right?
He would have followed them.
Okay, cool. Well, she'd gesture for any of them to see if they'd want to try to attune to it. And
And
with the
I don't think the rod requires attunement. Let me check.
okay.
Oh yeah,
Out of
no,
curiosity-
it does too. Sorry.
Oh, it does as well. Okay. Out of curiosity, she's also going to use this time since she's like, I'm going to take a long rest anyway. She'll also put on the ring just to see.
What ring?
The Montelay.
Oh, hold
Did
on.
it try to attune to her?
It did try, so she took it off, but now she's
Alright.
gonna put it on.
I remember. Thank you. Took a second. Okay. Yeah, if you spend some time with it and are letting it attune to you, it is a ring of mind shielding.
That's what I thought it was.
Interesting.
Fucking
Is
Right
there a
up your
spirit
alley.
in the Is there a spirit in the ring?
There is not.
Yeah, she'll toss the other 2 items to people to see if they want to try to test them out, because seems to be the only way to figure out what these things are.
Mm.
I mean, the mantle. Did we figure out what the mantle does?
Nobody knows what the items do unless you go
No.
spend some money on an identify spell.
If it's protective, it would probably be helpful to Goradir.
Mm.
Um,
Throw it over his shoulders.
don't know what the scepter does. I mean, Hezrod's pretty happy. He's got plenty of stuff to futz with.
Okay.
Oh, and since his beers are pretty much free and paid for, like Hezrod's just gonna be slamming them.
Okay.
Yeah, and Eric's gonna be keeping pace with Hezard at this point. He's
Yeah,
nearly
good
died
luck.
twice.
Good luck.
Yeah.
No problem.
Well, he's going. Well, he's okay. If you want to get technical, he's going to be trying to keep pace, but that's his. He's just like if he sees everyone goes, he's just going with them.
Well,
What
Hezrod
happens,
doesn't have to
happens.
worry about drowning.
And just to be sure, did you get did the handout pop up for you, Josie?
The handout?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, 1 second. Lore.
What,
The one for the book?
Celeste's journal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it popped up for me.
Yes. Sorry, yes, it did.
Okay.
It did.
Just want to make sure you have that. And then Avrin, you make your way back to the tower, right?
Yes. He's gonna go up the tower to see.
Around the outside. Yeah, that's fine. So you come up to you're basically climbing on the outside. You get back to this position. The ladder continues up the same passageway. If you kind of do a quick once over through all the rooms, you'd notice that there are similar stone structures in the other 3 rooms that you didn't actually go into, and more books and stuff. But you can actually see that there's a difference between this one and the other ones. That you can see that they appear to have been shifted off of their platforms. You don't know what that means, but based on the way he kind of touched its head and the way it started moving, you don't think that these ones are activatable. Like they're just statues.
What about with detect magic?
Yeah, if you use detect, do you have detect magic?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they don't glow.
I've just never used it.
They are not magical. So you would assume that they're just statues and the other one was more. You continue upwards. You would actually check the stairs here as well. You would note that the entire stair column has descended down into the first floor. So it is gone. And some pieces of the outside wall have also come in with it as well.
Gotcha.
That said, you make your way back up to the ladder and head on up. You come to the 3rd floor. You would see that there's a ladder kind of in the middle that goes up to the top floor, and you can see a crane with a number of kind of supplies kind of hanging from it, like they kind of stopped like the process of removing rock or bringing up rock. You're not sure which, but you can see that there's broken stuff kind of present there. If you carefully make your way into the rooms in question, I would say, let's see. You could make it to the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Bear with me here. I promise I won't kill you. I'm done killing you. I'm sorry.
This time.
Thank you, Batavias. Appreciate it.
I just felt so bad. You guys were doing everything right. It just the dice rolls were just in each spot.
Dark Souls were shit.
It's the last time I'm going to show you any pity.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's fair.
Hey,
That's
Well,
fair.
all I'm going to say is, hey, at least he's open about it and not just like fudging stuff in the background.
No.
Yeah.
The only
None of that.
At least we know about it instead of just being wondering, did he or did he not?
I'm going to straight up tell you, not that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they hand feed this to us?
Yeah.
And you all
Were we
watched Captain's character dragged literally by the skin
Literally
of his
dragged.
teeth, like barely surviving. So yeah, that was some fun stuff. Okay, so sorry. I was saying the thing.
Bring out your dead. I'm not dead yet.
I'm almost. But yeah, bring out your dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
That was literally me.
the bedroom. You would see that it's kind of like a bit of rubble's kind of in between you and it. But you can kind of see into it just a bit. But if you want to take the effort to check it, you could definitely get through the rubble. It's just time, duration.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Once you make it into it, make a wisdom saving throw. And again, I'm not killing you. Just
All right. I got you. Wisdom.
okay.
23.
You feel like there is a presence, almost like a lingering kind of thought in this room. And when it kind of like becomes known to you, tangible to you, you can kind of see it for what it is. It's like a desire made manifest. And it tries to assail you, but it does not succeed. You do not feel the necessity to do what this thing wanted you to do. And based on what it wanted you to do, it wanted you to do whatever it was that was happening on the top floor. Fix the beacon are the 3 words that keep popping into your head. The staircase does not ascend upwards here either, but you do have a new ladder that ascends upwards. You make your way to the very top, and you can see that there is a kind of broken out chamber. Looks like there might have been like a glass ceiling above you. At one point, there are kind of shackles and chains kind of on the walls, almost like a prison cell or a dungeon. It looks like some of the bars are broken. Some of the structures are kind of like been torn apart or broken as well. You would also notice that kind of near the stairs, now that the rubble's kind of been distorted and broken away, you can see what looks to be a body of, or a skeleton, a very kind of older skeleton, kind of shattered and broken. There are tattered robes amidst it. And there appears to be a hand, like an actual like skinned, fleshy hand of this thing, kind of like in the midst of the piles of broken bones, just kind of there. Looks like there's like a leather binding around the wrist, and the hand is just present.
So wait,
the skeleton's hand apparently survived, but it's just a pile of bones in the rubble that have been kind of freed because the stairs fell out.
Okay. And does he have he has a book?
No books here.
Oh, okay. Do I see this beacon as well?
The beacon appears to be this center point in the middle there. It looks like it's broken because the chamber itself has fallen away. The bars of it are kind of distorted. The glass above has been broken out. There's kind of like a magical nature to this, like someone built this room for purpose, and you presume that this room might be the beacon. Why there are like chains and shit on the walls, you're not sure. Maybe that has something to do with it. You don't know.
Okay. If I still have detect magic up, is there anything like around that matches the beacons?
There are lingering traces of conjuration magic all throughout this floor, but it's just like it's very minute.
Gotcha. Is there also on the skeleton?
No, the skeleton does not have any magic on it. The hand of the skeleton, or the hand on the skeleton, however you want to believe, it does have kind of glowing to it. Enchantment is the magic that it glows.
All right. I'll take the hand.
Okay.
I'll put it like on my belt or something.
Sure.
I'll make sure not to touch it directly with skin. That way, whatever is on it doesn't take control of me, like that creature.
Again,
in the.
I'm gonna be completely 100 with you. I am not. There are no traps, no tricks, no nothing.
It might be a monkey paw situation.
It's not a monkey's paw situation. I promise you.
Okay.
It is just a thing that might be important later.
I'll take it. I'll take the hand. The hand.
Great.
After taking the hand, I actually
take his hand. Don't be afraid.
I want to try and fix the beacon.
It is a project. It's going to take some time.
Oh, it's a whole project. Okay.
Yeah. Do you see the like how half of the room is gone?
Yes.
That needs to be built.
Oh, the whole thing. Okay, never mind then. I will take that into account, and I'll just be like, room is the beacon. All right. And then I'm just going to go.
Got it.
I'm just going to go. Maybe if there were notes or anything around, I'd take those. But like,
you did hand a book off to Hezron to take to Fiona.
True. Okay, so yeah, she's gonna deal with that, and I'm going to.
Now remember, just so you're, I just want to make sure you're not role playing into something you don't have to. You were not commanded to do it. You don't have to. So you're just.
I
Choosing,
know.
You're
Yeah, yeah.
choosing to do the thing that the ghost.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
I'm
well,
choosing to do
I
what the
mean-
ghost told me to do.
You know what?
Says the man who is adamant about not dealing with the demon. He said
True.
deal with ghosts and undead.
True.
Anyway,
Yeah, I think somebody's gonna pull the veto card on you, man.
I will say, as you're kind of resting, drinking, and in the tavern, you're reading and such, just to kind of put us on an easy end cap to whether you want to stay in this town or get the fuck out of here. I will say that as you're kind of sitting there, it's getting later in the day, later in the afternoon, getting close to evening time. So people start to kind of like shuffle in. Mostly soldiery, some construction working individuals, some folks, that look like are people you passed. Some of them people who were boarded up in houses last you saw them. Then you see a woman enter in who doesn't really match the descriptions of anyone I've mentioned thus far. A couple of people basically announce her name, like kind of like hailing to her, and you very quickly find out that they call her Broomhilda Redeye, which is a strange name. She's blonde and she's got like brown-green eyes, so she's not wearing a bit of red at all. Well, kind of ruddy brown, but nice enough anyway. And she comes in and heads over to your table after speaking to the bartender for just a moment. And she steps over and she says, "You are the ones who are new in town, yes?"
Still covered in blood.
Gluck, 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 gluck.
If you are doing any of the deeds that the Kyrios has been asking about the townsfolk, I do have one that might be necessary to solve. A mystery, a bit of a problem we are having. One of the Sereda patrols went into the mere fallen foe, and they have not returned. They have been gone for a couple of days. And so I was hoping that if you have any looks to Eric, and you see her kind of reach into her sleeve and pull out like a handkerchief and throw it at you. If you have anyone in your group that might be a guide or scout or something to that effect, then perhaps you could maybe see if you can find them or sign of them. Any information regarding their whereabouts would be helpful. We must fill out documentation and send it back to the house so that they can send reinforcements.
Of course, it's just the one.
Just one missing patrol, that's correct.
Just random question. Is there anything special about the handkerchief she tossed?
She wants you to wipe the blood off your face.
I know that, but I didn't know if there was anything else on it. Or it was just like plain old.
Plain white.
Okay, yeah. He looks at it. He's like, "Oh, this is gonna be a ruin," and he cleans off his face and stuff.
Keep it.
I was gonna clean it for you first, but thank you. And he just tucks it away.
And where did they go missing again?
The mere fallen foe. It is just to the west. It is borderline between us and the marches. It is close to a place near the northern coast of the Black Avon Lake. There is said to be a shrine out that way known as the Firefinger.
Ezra kind of perks up at the mention of fire.
She Fiona perks up at the mention of shrine. But she does kind of take a second and she goes, all right, well, we promised to look at your ruins first to make sure that nothing untoward is happening there, but afterwards, of course, would you like to accompany us? You seem rather capable.
Absolutely not. I have matters that I have to deal with here, mostly documentation and records. From what I understand, there was quite a bit of damage caused to the tower due to your efforts there, but according to what I've heard, it has been cleared. There are no issues with ghosts or haunts or anything.
What? Actually, and Fiona, she's been reading through the journal a bit as she's drinking her beer. She'll say, actually, there is something rather odd about that tower, and I actually do think it is not safe. I think we should perhaps demolish it. I hate to say it, but Harold might have been right.
Avran steps into the room after that statement is made, not knowing that it was said. And at that moment, it's kind of like in Avran's mind, we got to build the tower back better. and Fiona's like,
We gotta destroy the tower.
We gotta blow it up.
the tower must be destroyed. And if we go the normal route, we'll probably follow Jonah's idea, and it'll be horrible for everyone. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. But a good talking point to start the next session, or if you'd like to do in-character conversation in the side chats, perfectly fine. Looks like it's time for us to close it out. And thanks for those that watched. We will pick up next Friday. See you at 7 next week.
Great.
See ya.
Bye, guys.
Bye.